Hello all, welcome back for the post-line session. So the current session is on NPA classification. So we have Ravindran sir from Salem. I request Chairman Narendra Babu Garu to please come on to the dais. And I also request Ravindran sir to occupy his seat. So I request GSR Garu, past chairman of the branch, to hand over a book bouquet to Ravindran sir. So anyway, our chairman morning he gave his opening remarks. Now I directly request Netta Ravikishore sir, vice chairman of the branch, to introduce current speaker.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jay. So since the chairperson gave his opening remarks yesterday, today, so for this afternoon, we will be left out. No more opening remarks for bank audit in his tenure. So friends, let
students
Yes, he is right.
Chikata chairman will give. So let me say a few words about CA V Ravindran sir, who is from Salem. He is a qualified chartered accountant and is in practice since '87. He has done his BCom from Madras University, MCom from Kamraj University, and also is a diploma in systems audit, and is an insolvency professional, RV, and qualified independent director. And also is on the panel of 29 banks, be it public sector, private or cooperative banks. And he is well versed with all branches of audit as far as banks are concerned, be it concurrent, statutory, revenue, stock, credit, inspection, fraud detection, and vetting of documents. Also, he is a faculty, and is a faculty for CA in certificate course on concurrent audit of banks, and also is a faculty and a speaker at various seminars on topics of bank audit, ethical standards, valuation, insolvency, among others. And also he is a state trainer in Indian Junior Chamber and a guest faculty for various educational institutions. Also, he was a chairman of Salem branch. He was on the managing committee of the Salem branch in various roles. And in the year 2017, he was the chairperson of that branch. And he's also co-opted member for Banking and Insurance Committee of SARC in the year 2019. And in the year 2021, he is co-opted for Branch Coordination Committee at SIRC. Now, he is also have written articles on bank audit and also participated in Hindu Tamil Daily during demonetization period, and also titled a book, Vyapar Vedagal, covering only business experience. And also he has authored books on bank frauds, and he is a golden member of Times of India, traveled more than 40,000 kilometers during lifetime, visited USA, Nepal, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Dubai, and France. Of course, this is formally what is written, I have read out. Let me say a few words about Ravindran sir. Both of us are friends in YouTube as well as Facebook. We like each other's posts. One thing. And what I want to say particularly is, he is a very good YouTuber. In fact, during the COVID time also, for bank audits, each and every day, he used to release a YouTube video. Let me say, if you want, especially there is nothing to say to senior members. For young members, what I suggest is, you may not be that well versed with the procedure or how to carry out an audit of a particular loan. Let take the example of gold loan. Now, if you visit the YouTube channel of Ravindran sir and you search for gold loans, you will get a video of 15 minutes or 20 minutes. What you can do is, once verifying the gold loans or to your assistants also, for your article students, give the address of his channel through your WhatsApp. And if you are interested gold loan verification and housing loan verification to one assistant, you ask your assistants to go through that video once, then ask them to prepare a checklist as Gokhale sir has told, and they will tick mark or write, for example, sanction. What is the sanction date? What is the mortgage asset documentation document number? Whether that verification, physical verification has been done by the branch people on what day. Ask them to record the date of physical inspection, pre-sanction, post-sanction. Like that, evidence will be collected. So what I mean to say is, sir has a YouTube channel wherein you have number of videos for verification of each and every item. Of late, he is also doing videos on FEMA also. And in the coming days, he is going to do videos on RERA also. Friends, utilize those YouTube videos and also listen to him carefully so that yeah, I have observed, sir. So let the others also know whatever you have done. So it's all up to you, sir. Please enlighten our members with your thoughts.
With the permission of you, sir, I want to add one thing. Actually, in fact, one month ago, to conduct the banquet for the branch, first I tried to talk Mr. Sarnagali, he had not with the call at the time in another meeting. Immediately, I went to sir and immediately accepted without no objection. First, total 4 speakers, first speaker accepted only Ravindran. Thank you, sir. Out of Lavender, the branch.
So far, nobody has rated it. That is a real
Actually, now we didn't get opportunity to take his appointment because already from today onwards he has traveled throughout the India and South India maybe. Dhananjay sir, he has traveled to total India from today onwards. Yes. Thank you, sir. We are accepting immediately. In addition to that, I want to share one of the already I shared to in our WhatsApp group.
KYM.
Yeah, know your member. So the inaugurated by our president sir in the last 2 days back.
The orientation program at Mumbai. Actually, I will continue, Chairman. I will grab the opportunity from you. Of course, you will grant that. I understand. Sir, a new feature has been added in the SSP portal that was announced and inaugurated at the orientation, All India Orientation Program for Managing Committee members at Bombay, which was held on 13th and 14th. We all of us were at Bombay for the 3 days. That's why all our throats have gone. So that is one of the reasons that we stayed at Bombay. Not that whoever goes to Mumbai, they will lose their throat. It is not like that. Somehow we lost it. Sir, you should excuse us. Otherwise, Gokhale sir will tell that fellow told that coming to Mumbai, he lost his throat. He may say that going to Vijayawada something, nothing should happen to you. At that place, they have announced that KYM, know your member. And my dear friends, it is available in the SSP portal, one of the menus, and it is not a one-time exercise. It is a yearly exercise. Every year, you have to update that KYM. We'll do one video on that so that it might be helpful to the senior members. Young members, it is a menu-driven. You can do it yourself. So that is brought to your notice. Kindly keep in mind, every year you have to update your KYM in the SSP portal. That is to be done. So this is what my chairman thought of telling you. I myself have told you. You say, okay, chairman.
In addition to that, I want to share another notification issued by the institute I think I can't that he may give another opportunity or also not. That is what I'm taking this time. Okay. Who are the youngers sitting here? I'm requesting you all. Okay, please be part of the career counseling programs. Sir. Okay, just 1:30 today 1:30 we had a meeting. Then they have shared that per day school sessions are allowed in your colleges or in your schools where you study. Okay, please encourage the new students part of the curriculum.
Yeah, per session you will be paid 5,000.
5,000 rupees. Okay, who are the youngest? Who will also plan for the young members meeting meanwhile after Monday or Saturday. Will invite you. Thank you, please.
Yeah,
Experience 2020.
Yeah, Ravindran sir.
Vanakkam. I think you are all very sleepy. And at the end, definitely if you sleep, then you have to permanently sleep at your home. This is the effect of NPA. And at the end, if time permits, I'm going to teach you how to do fraud. That topic, how to do fraud. That's also I'm going to teach because you should know all frauds, but you should not do fraud. That is a basic thing. First thing you learn fraud, how to do it. Then you can find. This is what I want to say with the opening remarks. And before going to the session, I want to, other than NPA, whenever you are approaching a bank, first thing the manager asks, so which area you want to start? What do you say?
NPA.
If you start with the NPA, then you will be called as NPA. I will ask what is the NPA? Okay, I'll go for the slide changes. Okay, before going to the presentation, I want to ask you one question. What is NPA's expansion? Which one is correct? This is a one mark question in the certification course on concurrent audit. Non-performing advances, non-performing auditor, non-performing assets, non-performing accounts. B and C. D. So let us put this for voting. Is it A or C? Confirm. If you have failed to do, if you fail to identify NPA, then you will be called as B. Non-performing auditor. Okay, and so because I feel some members are a little bit, huh? To whom? See, he is, see, I started with the NPA expansion. He said NPA asset and it is an auditor, and he expanded to his wife also. Okay, just as an auditor, when you are entering into the branch, normally bank managers ask you which area you want to commence. Which area you want to commence first? Let us start cash. Normally, the easy part is cash verification. Then there are opening cash verification. That is before going to the branch. Before opening the branch, you can go to the branch and you can do the opening cash verification. Normally, this is being done. Otherwise, you carry out the closing cash. And apart from that, suppose you are reaching the branch by say 11:30 or 12. Can you verify the cash? And this exercise is also useful to the concurrent audit also. Suppose those persons who are going for the concurrent audit, this exercise is useful to everyone. Only few members, they knew this technique. Anyhow, I will tell the method of verification. Suppose if you are going to the branch by 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whenever you say that, sir, I want to verify the cash, then the manager says, no, sir, we have already opened the transaction. We will not allow you to do the verification. Okay. But I want to do the verification. Then you will ask how? Without disturbing your business, without disturbing anything, I will verify the cash. That method is called as cover method. That method is called as cover method. You take a cover like this and you tell the instruction to the manager, sir, please go to the cashier cabin, and you ask the cashier to take some cash from the vault, say in the form of 500, 2000, 100, 50, 20, and say you suppose if the cash is taken, then you ask the cashier to put the cash inside the cover. This is locked. Then you paste the cover. Then affix the branch seal. Then affix your signature as well as the manager's signature. At the end, the cashier, he has to tally the cash book. Definitely there will be a difference. That difference should tally with the cash that you have. Okay, I have taken all my cash. Oh. If it tally, it has to tally. In the one caution is, whenever you are going to the branch, when you are adopting this exercise, you have to be careful that at the closing of the cash, you should be there. And in one of the statutory audit, I have gone for the audit, and I did this exercise and went for the lunch around 3:30 and came back to branch by 4:30. And normally that cashier, he used to close the cash by 5 o'clock. Then I asked him, what is the cash closing? He said 5 o'clock. And I went to my home around 3:30. He got a phone call. That is, my cashier has got a phone call from his wife. There is an urgency. You have to come home. So suddenly he closed all transactions and he closed the cash and he has forgotten the money that he has put in the cover. And he said some 1 lakh and odd, 1,0232 rupees. That is in fraction. He has got a difference. See, his wife started to shout at him, why you are not come? Then he got wild. Then he has forgotten the cash. Then around 4:30, I returned the branch. Then I asked the cashier, sir, can we verify the cash? Then he started, no, sir, there is a difference. Just give me half an hour time. I have to tally everything. Then he said, have you added the money that you have put in the cover? Then only he realized. See, at the time of closing the cash, you have to be there. So if you are adopting this technique, then you have to be very, very careful. This is one technique I want to tell to you. This for youngsters, this will be a new exercise. For seniors, they would have adopted this. Then second thing that we are going to verify the jewel loans. So morning session, sir said a lot of importance of jewel loan, but I'm going to highlight how to verify the jewel packets. So normally if it's a transparent packet, it is okay. Suppose if the jewels have been kept in the cloth bag, which you are not seeing, which we are not able to see it with. Normally what we are doing at the statutory audit, we are counting the jewel packets. How we are counting it? 1, 2, 3, 4, very fast. So we are not we are touching the packet and just we are counting it. But don't do like that. I'll tell the jewel packet verification. This is also one of the very interesting area. The slogan, wherever I go, I used to tell this slogan: you have to touch the packet. You have to touch the packet, sense the packet, whether something is inside. and feel whether it's a jewelry or not, and count. Touch, sense, feel, and count. This is the slogan for jewel loan packets verification. So you can give this instruction to a staff.
Is it for transparent cover?
For transparent cover, it is not required because you can see jewels are inside. And I'll tell a very big case in it wherein, because since I have started with this jewel, practical case I'll start. See, this has happened in one of my, because no bankers are here. Okay, but it's YouTube. No? It's going on YouTube. So I don't want to take risk and I don't want to reveal the bank name. So, I mean, fidelity and secrecy you are given. We are not supposed to reveal the banker's name. Case history you can reveal, but without mentioning the name. This is a very, very important thing. As an auditor, because you are giving fidelity and secrecy, you are not supposed to reveal the bank name. This bank I have gone, and normally what you do, you have to hand over the appointment letter to the manager. Manager said, okay, sir, welcome to the branch. Then this manager has given me a very big cabin. And I went and sat. Within 2 minutes, one guy has come. Sir, do you want coffee or tea or cool drinks? What you ask? Coconut water. Very good. Then samosa. Then whiskey. Cashew nuts. I asked him, who are you? See, just now you have entered the bank. One guy is, more than 6 feet. He came, he is with the dhoti and came and he said, what do you want? Coffee, tea, any snacks? And I asked him, who are you? Sir, I am the jewel appraiser of the branch. Taking care of everyone who comes to the branch. See what the word used? I am taking care of everyone was. That means why he has to take care of others? So I immediately started changed my entire audit program to concentrate only on jewel loans. So I did a lot of exercise. Normally what we are not doing is we are seeing only the live register, live accounts. We are not seeing the closing accounts. Please verify the closing accounts also. There you can find lot of mistakes. The jewel loan is, ornament is being given by one person, jewel loan is sanctioned to some person, and jewel loan is being released to some other person. You can find lot of difference. So please see the jewel loan closed during the year. That I found out, I changed my entire audit program towards jewel loan documents. There I found out the one it's not my staff, it's my classmate. It's a retired AGM of Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank. He came along with me. Then I have instructed him, you have to do this type of audit, this type of audit. Okay, I'll take it. Then he has found the concept of jewel packet verification. What is the concept? Touch, sense, feel, and count. Three of my staff, they did the same packet verification thrice. Touch, sense, feel, and count. Then when they touched, something is inside, but when they felt, instead of two bangles, only one bangle is there. In the application, there are two bangles, but when they touched, felt, it is only one bangle. So when we cumulate, and we found that 87 lakhs worth of jewels were not inside. And we reported this under the head fraud. This fraud I have reported the fraud to Reserve Bank of India, but since the branch has got some other fraud, I reported along with this fraud. I reported 87 lakhs fraud to the Reserve Bank of India, as well as to the head office. So then I have submitted my report. And one thing I want to tell to the fellow members, if you submit the report, don't have any follow-up action. Your duty is to report, that's all. What has happened to my report? Don't ask any questions. You have to forget the report and you have to go and do your duty. So here, this Reserve Bank team and head office of the concerned bank, they came and they did the exercise. But at the time when I reported, I have added the word On test check, I found a fraud to the extent of 87 because I have not tested the purity. I have not tested the entire, I have not opened any packets. On test check, I found 87 lakhs. And when they came and when they scrutinized, they found out around 1.93 crores of jewels worth was missing. Because no jewels were inside. Jewel packet, because quantity differs. In some cases, purity differs. Then they had discussion with the appraiser. Because why I changed the audit plan? Because of only one question. What question? I am taking care of every person who has come to the branch. So that pricked my mind. Okay, why he has to take care? So this has gone and they found out around 1 crore 90 lakhs something. And officer and who are all involved, everybody is answerable. They have answered. And this jewel appraiser said, sir, it's a lunchtime. I'm going home and I'll come after around 4 o'clock. I'll come. Then the officers also felt, RBI officers, they said, okay, go and come around 4. The jewel appraiser has not turned even after 5 o'clock. So the branch manager sent the substaff to his home. Then the appraiser, that is the peon substaff, has found that that jewel appraiser has committed suicide. Then this has happened. This has come in media. This has come in newspapers, TV channels, everywhere. It has happened in Tamil Nadu. Don't worry, you are in Andhra. You are in, I think, is it belong to Telangana, Andhra? I mean, Andhra. You are in Andhra. It has happened there. And when I said the case like this, then they say that, sir, only in Tamil Nadu these type of frauds are happening. See, people, they used to say that because I said it has happened in Tamil Nadu, you are in Andhra. In one branch, when I said this, no, only in Tamil Nadu this type of frauds are happening and not in other states. Okay, then I discussed this with my Salem members, and members said, sir, Ravindran, because of your reporting, the fraud has taken place. I mean, fraud has been identified. And since the fraud has been identified, the RBI team questioned the appraiser. And because of, when the appraiser he was not able to face the RBI team, then he committed suicide. Had you not reported this under fraud, you would have been alive. So I think you are responsible for the suicide. So this is what the Salem member said. If you are in position, what you will do? What will be your answer?
The RBI team can prevent them not going to the homes.
Not going to the? No. Say you are the auditor, sir. Because of your report, we need not bother. Our role is to, that's why I said once you report it, then everything is over. You don't worry at all. You have to forget it. So this is one of the major case which I found in my audit.
Those cases where the found only one bank, did you open that packets? And
No. Touch sense. Touch. Sir, if you touch it, then it's only one bangle. By touch also you can find. You need not open it. Number of packets are more than around 5,000, more than 6,000 packets are there.
basing on that weight, you have arrived at.
Yes. We have test checked. We know the bag weight. We detected and the total bag. We see in statute audit, it is very difficult to go and open all the packets and do it. But you can do it. But you will complete the report only after 3 months.
RBI, whether sealing of those bags is compulsory or not, sir? Compulsory.
It is compulsory.
Sealing.
Sealing is compulsory.
But so many banks are not doing it.
Report it. Sir, if you feel that it is not according to the norms, don't worry at all. Don't argue with anyone. You just report it and go to next step.
Can you share the circular, sir? Because the manager asked me. Sealing is not compulsory. You can just pay it.
You just ask the manager when he says that sealing is not compulsory. You ask the manager to produce that the sealing is not compulsory. Say why he has to ask you? You ask the question. See, my senior, this is also an experience.
Raise that question come back, sir.
Is that?
I reported it and raised that question itself.
Sir, don't worry about manager story. You, whatever you felt, if it is wrong, you report it. That may be also wrong, that you don't worry at all. According to you, it is correct. Let them prove that it is, your opinion is wrong.
Sir, is there any criteria for packing of the packets, like a transparent cover?
So now they say transparent packet is must one. But previous years, when they backed in cloth bag, slowly they have to convert it to transparent bag. But we are going audit for some 2 years, jewels will be there. So if it is in gunny bag, sorry, if it is in cloth bag, then you have to do it.
Suppose you touch it, bangles are there, one bangle is gold bangle, another one is red. So another silver bangle, then we can't feel it, sir.
That's why we use the word test check. See everything. See what is meant by qualified audit reports. Come on, tell me the definition. See, subjective, you are not a qualified person. Qualified audit report is a, say, once I was in the valuation, one student has read, qualified audit report is report given by a qualified auditor. Then once again, I started to read the book answer. Whether I am correct or wrong. And you are absolutely correct, sir, subject to. It should be subject to. So it's a definition. You just remember what is when we are qualified, qualified or audit, unqualified audit report means that means you have to give a clean report. Now, luckily, the question has they never asked what is meant by unqualified audit report. Unqualified audit report is a report given by the unqualified auditor. So to that extent also they can go. So that is, see, that is the knowledge of student. So just like that. Even in one of the papers, what they did, they gave the answer for the question, first question. He has reproduced the fifth question as answer to the first question. He converted active voice into passive voice. So that is also possible. Suppose if you are in the valuation panel, please be careful. Because students, suppose you can feel that, oh, he has given some 40 pages report, 40 pages answer. So you can, you can make him as pass. Okay, coming to the topic, just because everybody is alive now. That is not alive now, is it? Without sleeping. The answer is C. So today's portion I'm going to, because for want of time, up to what time you are here, I can go because my flight is around 8 o'clock. So I have to leave by 7 o'clock. Till such time I'm alive. The portion is, so I have converted the NPA covering into two parts. One is agricultural advances. Second one is non-agricultural advances. And in non-agricultural advances, there are term loan and credit loan, cash credit loan. And agricultural loans, direct advances and indirect advances, NPA techniques, how to identify it. Then what is the NPA pressure? Everybody is having BP, blood pressure. And this NPA pressure you have to handle. And NPA games. So everybody knew that it's a cricket game. Cricket is there as a game. Video game is there. There are so many games. What is NPA games? That also I'm going to touch it because based on your cooperation and involvement, then I'll definitely cover the entire thing. And before going to the subject, I want to inform the fellow members, some senior members, they are very well versed in the NPA, but I'm going to start from zero. Presume that you don't know anything about NPA. For seniors, it may be a revision. For juniors, it's a starting point. So please concentrate. I am not going to share the PPT to you. So please write. If you want, you write. Otherwise, you watch. Because with the opening remarks, I say that I will not share my PPT. Wherever you go, wherever any faculty goes, immediately the member asks, sir, can you share the PPT? See, huh?
He never opens and sees.
He never opens. I need PPT. Sir, you send this PPT. They will give a lot of pressure to the chairman. And with the opening remarks, I say that I will not share my PPT. Even when Ramesh sir said, don't copy this in the laptop. Because this is my property. See, to prepare one slide, it took me almost 2 hours. See, what are the topics that I have to cover? For this, I have to think some more than 2 hours to prepare the topics. Okay, I'm not going to share the PPT. If you want to master in NPA, please take note of it. And don't divert your concentration. This is the base circular based on which you have to do the NPA working. This is a master circular issued by the Reserve Bank of India on 1/4/2022, consolidating all the circulars of 2005, 2012, 2013. Sorry, 2011 and 2021, 2022, all the 5 circulars they have converted and 1/4/2002. So this circular is very much important. See, my another suggestion to the fellow members, please go and read the RBI circulars every week. You will find lot of RBI circulars on banks. What is meant by repo rate? See, normally we used to read the RBI has increased repo rate. What is meant by repo rate? Whether our banks are safe, whether repo rate controls inflation. Repo rate is the interest rate charged by the Reserve Bank of India on the banks when they lend the money. That is called as repo rate. Why they increase the repo rate? Banks are now bankers, they demand money from Reserve Bank of India because they are running out of the cash. Why the bankers they are running out of the cash? Not collecting. The money has been swindled by. I don't want to mention the names of the persons. So money has gone out of the bank. Banks are running out of the funds. So they approach the Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India, they have got no option because they are also running out of the funds. Why? Because it has happened because I don't want to, if it is not in YouTube, so I can tell the thing. So some portion of the amount has been sent to the government. So there also there was a fund shortage. So they indirectly increase the interest, repo rate they increase. When they increase the repo rate, automatically bankers what they do? They increase the deposit rate. When they increase the deposit rate, then public they will go and invest in the bank. So this is the logic. So whenever bank, they say that if the money has gone to the bank, that means the public is running out of the money. So the spending habit will reduce. When the spending habit will reduce, automatically price will come down. This is the logic of the increase of repo rate. But at present scenario, when you look into it, this is not the actual fact. Banks, they are running out of the funds. And within 3 months, they increased around 2.75%. So suddenly, in the month of April, they are going to increase. This is what they already announced. So this is the RBI circular based on which you have to do the NPA. NPA circular dated 1/4/2022. This is a consolidation or master circular compiling all the earlier circulars. And this is a, before that, they issued a one circular dated 1/10/2021. This consolidates the earlier circular of issued by RBI. And there are 3 circulars. 3 circulars for it. These are 3 circulars. Master circular, they issued on 1/7/2015. That is the base circular. And after that, they issued another circular dated 1/10/2021. That is adding all the thing after 1/7/2015. Then point number B, they issued a clarification circular dated 1/10/2021. For 1/10/2021, clarifications have been raised. RBI has given 2 clarifications. One is 12/11/2021. Another one is 15/2/2022. Now, all these circulars, 1/7/2015, 1/10/2021, November 12, and February 15 have been consolidated, and they've issued a master circular on 1/4/2022. It runs into some 77 pages. Please download it and go through it. After the end of the session, if you go and read that circular, you can easily understand the terms used. And here, the thing is, one is for term loan, they are saying as overdue. For CC, they are saying as out of order. You have to remember the word overdue and out of order. And the circular says it is more than 90 days. It is more than 90 days. So that's a contrary circular which violates this circular. That is, in the clarification circular, according to me, it has deviated this more than 90 days. Okay, this caution will come, because if I start this, then you'll be up. Okay, what has happened? This is a point. This circular dated 12/11/21. See, the original circular says more than 90 days. Correct? Here, you just see if due date of a loan account is 31st March 21 and full dues are not received before the lending institution runs the day-end process for this date, the date of overdue shall be 31/3/2021. The circular says more than 90 days. When they run the day-end process, it starts from 31st March itself. So that means it is 90 days or more. So contrary to the original circular issued, but it's a clarification circular issued by the RBI after the original thing. So we have to follow this circular only. But I have written the clarification to the Reserve Bank of India, and I have already written this. I mean, this pending for more than 6 months. I have not received any clarification for this. It's a contrary circular to the original master circular. Original master circular says 90 days, I mean more than 90 days. But when you go and read this clarification circular 12/11/21, it says 90 days or more. So based on this circular only, we have to do the audit. So don't worry about the master circular. You have to do the audit based on this audit. I mean this circular. So caution. So before going to the presentation, I want to give you a caution. Non-identification of NPA or non-classification of NPA, you are held responsible. Non-identification of NPA or non-classification of NPA, the chartered accountants are held responsible. See, even recently, Reserve Bank of India has already started to issue notice to the chartered accountants why you are not identified the NPA. I don't know whether somebody has received any notice here. When I said this in one meeting, sir, you are correct, sir. RBI will definitely issue notice, but get me an opportunity to do the audit. Just give me the audit. Then only I will give a reply to this. So here, this is a caution I want to tell. RBI has already started to issue notice. And even once I received a notice from Reserve Bank of India, because in one of the statutory audit, I have got SB account OD to the tune of 748 rupees. Even I remember the amount. I have not classified that account as SB OD. So everything is 90 days. The OD is more than 90 days. So I have to classify that savings bank account OD as NPA. But I am not classified as NPA. The reason being, I went to the branch for the audit on 7th of April. On 5th of April, that party has closed the account. So that is that account was not alive. So I have mentioned this in LFAR and say that because of this reason, I have not classified this account as NPA. Then after some 2 months, RBI team came, and when they did the exercise of NPA, they say that the chartered accountant who has done the audit has not applied his mind. They use the word he has not applied his mind to classify this account as NPA. But everything I put it in LFI, already created the record. Even in the main report also I have given this. Because of this reason, I have not classified. Next year, luckily I have got the same branch as audit, and the manager has shown me the RBI letter. Well, sir, the RBI team said that you have not applied your mind. Then I have gone through and I stated saying that the RBI team has not applied their mind before giving me the complaint against me. Then I got a letter from Reserve Bank of India say that, sorry, sir, we are wrong. We are not supposed to report like that. So be sincere, be careful. Don't take the audit very lightly. Don't depend on your staff alone. You have to educate your staff. Otherwise, you will definitely get notice from Reserve Bank of India. Apart from that, they will definitely refer your name to disciplinary committee. And even with reference to fraud also, I want to tell one thing. Reserve Bank of India has already issued a letter or notice or circular saying that if any fraud is undetected during the course of audit, then the auditor is held personally responsible for the loss to the bank, apart from losing your practice, apart from losing your certificate and facing regulatory action, then facing our institute action, court action, everything. So don't take the audit very lightly. For that, I want to, before going to the presentation, I want to tell a very big case, a very practical case which has happened once again in my area. Sir said, again the fraud has taken at your place only, not in Andhra. See, it has happened in the year 2003. It has happened nearby a place called Karur. That is, so Karur is near to Salem. I think those persons who are visiting Tamil Nadu, they know the place. Karur is a textile market, it's an export-based market. Initially they got a loan of 4.5 crores from a bank, and the partners are husband-wife. They got the they went into partnership and they got the loan from the bank by mortgaging the property. Then, after availing the loan, within 3 to 4 months, the husband has entered into illegal contact with one of the leading actors. He has spent 3 crores to that actress. Out of 4.5 crores, he has diverted the money to the actress to the tune of 3 crores. So it created a lot of dispute between husband and wife. They have gone for divorce, and in the divorce settlement, the husband offered the property which he has given as collateral security to the bank as a gift. He has gifted the property. And by knowingly or unknowingly, the wife has given a letter to the bank saying that, sir, from today onwards, I will not be in the partnership. I am living from the partnership. What is your answer? What is your reaction? Suppose if you are there, if you happen to see a letter like this, the lady said, I will not be a partner hereafter. What the bankers, they have to do, they have to immediately stop the transaction because there is a break in the partnership. The bankers, they have to recall the loan towards recovery. But instead, the manager and the husband, both of them colluded, and they say that manager said, no, at the time of borrowing, you have jointly come and got the loan. Suddenly you are going, means we will not allow you from the partnership. Is it correct? See, thing is, once you say that I am not in partnership, they have to recall the loan. But this guy, this manager and that husband, they colluded. And further, the MODT has already been created. That is a deposit of title, mortgage has already been created. And what has happened? This 4.5 crores, they have increased to 6 crores, 7 crores, 8 crores. It has gone up to 45 crores. The property value has increased from 10 crores to 100 crores because the bus stand, the property is situated next to the bus stand. The property value has gone to 100 crores. So husband wanted the property back. No, I will give some other property, you give the property. No, she said, no, I will not give. Then what happened? This loan has been increased to 45 crores. They have created a lot of dummy PCL. without getting the signature of the wife, that is the lady. So there is no pro note signed by wife. So the account has become NPA. The loan has been sanctioned from the year 2013. It has already become NPA in the year 2013 itself because of the diverse problems and everything. And she has given the letter. The loan has already become NPA on 2014. And the next team, that bank has been taken over by another bank. The banks, because of bank merger, the previous bank is being merged with the new bank. New bank team, no, it is already NPA. They issued a 13-2 notice under SARFAESI Act. And they have taken 13-4 notice also they issued. 13-2 notice is a recalling. That means you have to make the payment within 60 days from the date of receipt of the notice. 13-4 notice is the possession notice. And they made a complaint. They made they issued notice to the wife also. This wife has already said, no, I have already relieved from the partnership. You are not supposed to add my name in the notice. You are to release my property. So what has happened? Initially, they availed around 4.5 crores. After that, the credit into the account exceeded more than 20 crores. That means it is just like first in, first out. The 4.5 crores of outstanding has been settled by subsequent credit into the account. So what the branch they did, they settled only present loans. They ignored the, previous loans. So in for loan adjustment, step by step, you have to close it. And now you are not supposed to adjust only the middle loan. They filed the case before High Court. And simultaneously, this lady has given a complaint before the economic offense wing, that is of Tamil Nadu police. And the case it is pending with still it is pending with EOW of Tamil Nadu. And the police, they are not able to crack the case for more than 47 days. They don't know where to start, how to move, because they received a complaint. Then that lady has got some, his uncle, he has contacted his advocate. And when advocate said, no, it has to be settled only by a charter accountant. Then he contacted one local Karur charter accountant. Then that charter accountant said, no, it is not, this case cannot be handled by me. It has to be handled only by Ravindran. He referred the case to me. Then I told, okay, sir, I'll come and appear before the team, but you have to pay me the fees. Actually, they paid me very good fees. Then within 2 hours, I cracked the entire case. And with the recommendation that, please issue notice for the chartered accountants who have audited the accounts from 2013 to 2019, because they have failed to identify that account as NPA. All the 8 chartered accountants, the police, they have already issued notice. Why you are not identified this account as NPA? So that the role is inquiry officer, and the department has endorsed my working, and they have issued notice to the chartered accountants. All these 8 chartered accountants, they are running after the police. Luckily, some 4 chartered accountants, they are from Karur. They are also very close to me. All the 4 chartered accountants of Karur, they came to me for consultation. So how to come out of this case? I gave the recommendation that you have to issue notice. I don't bother about who has audited. See, this is from the department angle. So I know how to handle the case this way and that way. See, whenever you do the audit, you can do negative points, you can also do the positive. So all the 4 auditors who have approached me, they never committed any mistake, but they are also part of the mistake. And even the police, they have not relieved them from the thing. So that's why I said, don't take the audit very lightly. If you say that it is NPA, do it. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. This is a very, very practical case. And caution is identification of NPA, and fraud is there. Then after MSME, that is after post-COVID, there are a lot of NPAs are coming in the MSME sector. And now this is a recent concept. Bank sells, yes, sir.
In the case closed or still alive?
Ill. Sir, now it is a starting point, sir. Maybe at the age of 70 or 65, the case will be over. They are only 35. See, my caution, that is the caution is don't take up the audit very lightly. If you feel it is wrong, you have to do it. And even in one of the banks where I have gone for the statutory audit, they used to call me as terrorist. A terrorist coming to your branch for audit. So why? Because I involve everything and I report everything. I never hear to their stories. Whatever story they say, okay, sir, I've got some other work, don't disturb me. I'll tell this experience in NPA pressure case, how to handle the NPA pressure. For that also, I've got a very big case. And now, MSME means industries loan. All the industries, they have been given adopt sanction, say 20% or 10%. Even all those loans also have not been repaid. All the MSMEs, because they already stopped the production, they are not able to sell. If you sell it, they have to sell only on credit. If they sell it on credit, the party has not repaid the amount to the this company, MSME, then it is over. Next point is, this is a recent trend. You can find in all the newspapers. Banks, they are selling NPAs to asset reconstruction company. See, they are selling at the rate of 30-35% along with the mortgage endorsement. They are transferring the mortgage endorsement to also ARC. They are those ARC companies, that is asset reconstruction companies, they are collecting at the rate of 90%. Banks, they are not able to recover even that 40%, but they are collecting at the rate of 90%. So in education loans, you can find this. Almost they say that education loans, nobody is repaying it, but almost all the education loans have been transferred, sold to ARC. You just go to Google and type ARC, who are all ARCs? Who are all ARCs? I don't want the definition of ARC. Who are in the category of ARC? All big four industries of India. Okay, this is a recent trend. Next one is from 2021, 22, 21, 20. It's not 20, it is 21. From 2021, the chartered accountants have to give a special report as towards the SMA. SMA means special mention account. Before becoming one account as NPA, this exercise you have to do it. You have to give the certification. Yes, SMA is correct. Before NPA, you have to do this exercise. And a close follow-up is required to identify the stressed asset. And it will become NPA only after SMA 2. Here, you have to remember the SMA as SMA 0, 1, 2. It is not SMA 1, 2, 3. It is SMA 0, 1, 2. Once again said, I am going from the basic. From the basic, SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2. SMA 0 is a period from 1 to 30 days. It is only for term loan and not for CC. SMA 0 is applies only for term loan and not for CC. SMA 2, it starts from 31 to 60 days, end of 31 and goes to 60 days. It applies both for term loan and CC. And SMA 2 goes to 61 to 90 days. If the loan, so this SMA 0, 1, 2 is a overdue amount from the due date before NPA. It's a overdue amount from the due date, but before becoming NPA. This is called as SMA. That's a separate report. Just like NPA, you have to give this in your audit report. This circular we already read. Now, SMA working as per the latest circular. What is SMA work? Is it visible, sir? PPT is visible. Last row. You are able to see. say, let us take due date as 31/3/2021. As per RBI's November circular, they say that when the amount has not been paid, when they run the day-end process, the day-end starts from 31/3/2021. So 30 days. So March 1 day, remaining days of April 29. So it comes to 30 days. So SMA 0, it starts and ends on 29/4/2021. It slipped into SMA 1 on 30/4/2021. Is it clear, sir? I'm going very slowly because if you understand this, then your audit is nothing. Is it SMA 0 calculation? Is it okay? 31/3/21, add 30 days. So 31/3 add 31 is 1 day in March and 29 days in April. So SMA 0 period ends on 29/4/2021. SMA 1 starts on 30/4/21. Again add 30 days. So April 1 day, May 29 days. So 35/2021. That is SMA 1 period. Again, after that, it slipped into SMA 2. It starts from 30/5/21, May 2 days, June 28 days. So 28/6/2021 is SMA 2. NPA starts on 29/6 because it ends in the day-end process. So initially that day is included on 31st March. So NPA date is 29/6/2021. Is it clear? Any doubt? You are welcome. Because if you identify this, if you know this, then you're a master. After 90 days, account is slipped into NPA. There are two things. If you keep mum, that means you understood everything. Otherwise,
So from 30th onwards, it becomes NPL, sir.
it is not 30th. 28th June end of it. So 29th is the NPA date. 91st day. Because as per the RBI circular, the day end process starts from here. Because of this, the NPA comes to 29/6/2021. Sir, any doubts, sir? Okay, let me move to the next slide. Huh? Don't ask about term loan. Don't ask about CC. You have to concentrate only on SMA. What is SMA? How to calculate SMA only? We are having discussion. And here we have to do the arrival of NPA due date. Arrival of NPA due date. And I have classified the presentation into non-agricultural advances and agricultural advances. And non-agricultural advances, term loan. For this, how to calculate 90 days. So if the due date is 5/4/2019, where the 90 days ends, we have to calculate. So 5/4/19, 1, that is 5th April 1. The remaining days of April is 25. Then March 31, June 30, July 3. That is the 90 days ends on 3/7/2019. So NPA due date is 4/7/2019. Identification of NPA date is very much important. NPA date need not be at the month end, need not be at the quarter end, need not be at the half year end, need not be at the year end. NPA date can be any date. So this normally what we are doing when you are going for the audit, say, okay, the NPA date, we can fix it on 31st March. You have got no right to fix the NPA date. You have got no right to change the NPA date. NPA date can be any date. So identification of NPA date is very, very important. Is it clear, sir? So thing is 1120. I have taken the last thing, 1120. It's a leap year. And leap year, the February month has got 29 days. So now you have to calculate the 90 days. So 1120, the 90 days is 31st, it ends on 30th March of 2020. So NPA due date is 31st March of 2020. So this is how we have to calculate the 90 days with reference to term loan. This is another exercise. Now, this is the thing. So when you see this good debtors, doubtful debtors, bad debts, it is one of the accounting which we are following in our balance sheet, asset side. Total debtors less bad debts less reserve for doubtful debts or reserve for reserves, something. Okay, I have left that question in the choice. So then remaining amount is called as good debtors. Here it is ulta. Good debtor is called as standard asset. All the doubtful debts, they are coming as D1, D2, D3, and bad debts is called as loss asset. So for the first thing, it is called as standard. That is, everything is service. That is, all dues have been paid on time. So those assets have been called as standard assets. And doubtful means after that account has been identified as NPA, it is called as substandard for a period of 12 months. Doubtful, they are using the word years. What is the difference between month and year? Why for the substandard they use the word month? Why they use the word year for the doubtful? What is the difference between 12 months and 1 year? Okay, why for substandard they use the word 12 months? It's not provisional. Suppose one account has become NPA on 29/2/2020. So 1 year substandard, where it ends 29/2/2021. So for that purpose only, for substandard, they use the word months. For others, they use the word year. This is a basic difference. Okay, this is a IRAC norms. In this manner only, they are defining it. And this is very, very important thing. We are going audit for the year ending 31/3/2023. 31/3/2023. What is the NPA cutoff date? Suppose if a loan is due on 31/12/2022, you just calculate where 90 days ends. December 31, 1 day, 31 January, 28 February, because this is not a leap year. So 30th March. The end date is 30/3/2023. So that means a loan due on 31/12/22 should be paid on or before 30/3/2023. If the amount is not paid, then that account will be termed as NPA on 31/3/2023. Let us go to the next line. 1/1/2023. If you add, it comes to the date of 31/3/2023. The NPA date is 1/4/2023. That means any loan due or sanctioned on or after 1/1/23, you need not bother. All the loans will be termed as standard because that goes to the next financial year. You are going audit for the year ending 31/3/2023. So the NPA cutoff date for the year ending 31/3/23 is 1/1/23. That means any loans due or sanctioned on or after 1/1/23, you need not bother. Everything will be termed as standard. Is it clear, sir? So SMA, we started from SMA. Now for the NPA cutoff date. Any doubt you can ask because I'm going very slowly. Is it clear, sir? Okay. I think people they are watching in YouTube also, and they can also raise any questions. but it is not possible now. It's not like live. Okay, it's recording. Huh? Okay. Now, NPA dates, this is a classification of a substandard, doubtful, D1, D2, D3. Same thing that 12 months I have bifurcated into this thing because it is also available to you. Now, for the term loan, they are using the word overdue. For the CC loan, they are using the word out of order. Use of the term in NPA. They are using the word downgrade and upgrade. What is meant by downgrade? What is meant by upgrade? This term also you should know. So a loan has become substandard, from standard to substandard. Then substandard to D1, D1 to D2, D2 to D3, remains D3 till account is settled. If the no amount is being raised, collected, then that becomes loss asset. You have to downgrade the status, IRAC status, year by year. There are only some situations wherein you can directly convert a direct standard asset into loss asset or doubtful assets. That I will explain later. Here, downgrading means you have to downgrade from substandard to D1, D1 to D2, D2 to D3. In case if a party has paid part of the amount, the account is in D3. Can you upgrade the account from D3 to D2? When you want to upgrade the account, you have to, the party has to pay all the dues as on the date of reversal. All the dues. It is not only 90 days due. All the dues up to date, the customer has to pay to the bank. Then only you can upgrade the account from doubtful to standard. So that means any standard or D1, D2, D3 has to be upgraded only to standard and not in between that. D3 to D2. Is it clear? Is it clear, sir? Downgrading, upgrading. So when you go and read that 1/4/2022 circular, you can find the word downgrading, upgrading. So if you know the meaning, then it is very easy for you to read that 1/4/2022 circular. So this is the RBI comment. This is the comment which you have to make in your audit report. In LFAR, there is one column whether the branch has followed the RBI circular at the time of sanction. So the RBI circular dated 12/11/21, they say that in the sanction letter, they have to mention the due date of the loan. Previously, they say that the loan is due for 1 year, the loan is due for 2 years, without mentioning the due date. So when you go through the sanction letter, we happen to see that no due date is mentioned in the sanction letter. That means the branch has violated this RBI circular dated 12/11/21. I can vouch you in most of the 90% cases, the branches has violated this circular. So you can add in your LFAR because there is one column in LFAR whether the branch has violated RBI circular or not. This point you have to mention in it. It is not applicable only for the statutory audit. It is applicable for the concurrent audit, revenue audit, stock audit, credit audit, NPA audit, fraud audit, for all kinds of bank audit. You have to give this circular. Then that is the existing loan. What about to existing loan? Here I'll ask you, what is the difference between review and renewal? See, normally bankers, they are using the word review. They are using the word renewal. What is the difference between review and renewal? Review for term loan, Renewal for CC. That is correct. Review is a term. But when they when they give the short-term extension in cash credit loan, they say that it's a short-term review. Short review. Whether that term is correct or not, I'll tell later. So the term is review means review is applicable only for the term loan. Renewal word, it will be applicable only for the cash credit loan. And you kindly take this RBI circular into your mind at the time of reading the sanction letter. Here, I already started with the opening remarks. If the NPA is not reported, that is non-reporting or non-classification of NPA, the auditor is held personally responsible. You are answerable to Reserve Bank of India, government, ICI, to court, even to all kinds of regulatory authorities. Or even you can say that based on your audit report, I have invested this much of amount. So you are also answerable to this. So NPA identification is very, very important. So NPA, where to start? What is the first thing that you have to say is the sanction letter for the loan. First thing, you have to get the sanction letter. You go through the sanction letter. What are the terms and conditions mentioned in the sanction letter that you have to see? What are the important items that you can see from the sanction letter? What you find in the sanction letter, sir? Huh? Sanctioning authority, limit, nature of loan, sanction date, amount, credit facilities, due date, repayment terms, rate of interest. I think backside they are sleeping now. Huh? EMI, processing fee, service charges, then moratorium, condition, terms and conditions, premature payment condition, okay. Recommendation, then collateral security details, charges, feasibility report, okay. Party's name, address, guarantor details, then. See, okay, it's all almost you mix together and give the answer. I'll start with one thing is normally party's name, address, guarantor details. That is first part. In that, next one is loan amount sanction. In the loan amount, they divided the loan amount into funded advance and non-funded advance. First thing, first funded advance and non-funded advance. Next one is they go for the security. In security, it is called as primary security and collateral security. You have not mentioned primary security. Primary security is a security created out of the loan funds given. So primary security and collateral security. Then rate of interest, penal charges. What is going to be commitment charge? There's a one word called as commitment charge. Non-utilization of the limit. That's a tolerance level. If the party has availed, say 5 crores, but he has not utilized the limit up to 80% or 75%. It depends on the nature of thing. Breaker, sir. Oh. Tea is ready. Tea we cannot break, but we don't take. Party we can break, sir, but tea we cannot break. This is primary security is a security created out of. Sir, primary security is the security created out of the loan given. What are all called as primary security? Stock, machinery, debtors. In case of housing loan, it is house. Anything which you have got the money out of this. Collateral security, land, building, then NSC, movable assets can also be taken. National Savings Certificate, fixed deposit. Other than immovable assets can also be taken. I differ.
the loan is given for what purpose, that purpose only it has to be like clear market.
The primaries, that is with reference to mortgage or other things. I said, I asked, what is the primary security? Primary security is the security created out of the loan given. At bank, when you are going through it, definitely you will get confused. Priority sector and non-priority sectors. In the sanction letter, you can find the word priority sector and non-priority sector. What is meant by priority sector? What is meant by non-priority sector? If you are lending the money for the real estate, it comes under the category of non-priority. So construction of apartments, it comes under the category of non-priority. Suppose if you are buying a house in the that apartment, that comes under the category of priority sector. Housing loan. So that means you should know all the terms that is being mentioned in the sanction letter. So first thing about the borrower, second thing about the pre-release condition, third thing is post-release condition, and 1, 2, 3, fourth one, see, first thing is party, second one is pre-release, third one is post-release, fourth one is general conditions of entire. They say that we have to follow this circular, you have to follow this circular. See, in recent times, when you go through the sanction letter, you can find one thing, it's also a revenue leakage. Suppose if you are going for any revenue audit, if you are going for as a concurrent auditor, it's a very big revenue leakage. In the circular, they say that if terms and conditions of the sanction letter has not been followed by the borrower, then the banker can levy 1% penal interest in addition to the existing thing. No bankers will apply this. It's the biggest revenue leakage in the banking industry. Suppose if I prove that I complied every sanction letter terms and conditions, you are not supposed to do it. But bankers, they say that, yes, the borrower has followed all the terms and conditions. They never levy this 1% extra. But if you are going for the audit, you have to charge 1% extra. It's a revenue leakage to the bank. If you are a revenue auditor, you have to report this. If you are a concurrent auditor also, you have to report this. Even it can be reported in the statutory audit, because in LFAR, there is one revenue leakage column there you have to report. So let us break for tea and come back. Huh? Yes, yes, it is there. It is there. It is as per the RBI circular. Possible, no? Yeah. So before going to the presentation, I want to share 6 commandments of your life, which you have to convey this to your family members, friends, relatives, husband, in case of wife, husband, and even all your neighbors also. It's the 6 commandments that you have to follow in your life. The first commandment is, don't give loan out of loan borrowed. Don't give loan out of loan borrowed. Suppose if you are given the loan, suppose if your friend asked, and if you give the loan, if the friend has not repaid, then who has to repay? It is you. So please, this message, these 6 commandments I have already conveyed to more than 3 lakh students. Because we are all at the we are all at the third part of the life. Fourth part starts after 75 years. We are in between 50 to 75. Don't give loan out of loan borrow. Second thing is, don't put guarantee to anyone. See, you are in practice. You are in practice. Whenever any client comes to you and they make the complaint, sir, I have put the guarantee, then how to come up with that? Then third one is, you have to cultivate the habit of saying no. No, sorry. Then almost all your problems solved. All your problems solved. But if anybody asked about the bank audit, are you ready to do the bank audit? No. No. You have to say no. After? Not after allotment. So even after allotment also, if you say no, then I will accept. No, that is, if it is a fund for you without any commitment, you can do it. And fourth one is don't get trapped by fancy ads. Because a lot of people, they've been caught. And fifth one is respect others' time. Don't respect your time, but you have to respect others' time. And sixth one is ignore your ego. You have to ignore your ego, then you will be the winner. So first thing is, don't give loan out of loan borrowed, don't put guarantee, cultivate the habit of saying no, don't get trapped by fancy, respect others' time, ignore your ego. This is 6 commandments. Wherever I go, I used to say to the friends, students and everything. So you are here. So please convey this message to your family members. Yes, sir. Trapped by fancy. Sir, you give me 1 lakh, sir. Today you give me 1 lakh. Daily I will give you 1 lakh.
No, you get a message saying that share 1,000, you will get 1 lakh.
So that his level is different. Okay, this is called, you should not be get trapped by fancy ads. This is one. And the 4 points, 4 words that lead our life daily. 4 words that lead our life daily. See, this I'm going to relate to NPA. That is why I started with this. So suddenly I'm not telling all these points which I'm discussing now, this definitely I'm going to compare this to NPA. Then SWOT, that is the first word. SWOT. You should know your strength and other strength. You should know weakness, opportunities, and threat. Daily we are following it, whether knowingly or unknowingly. Second one is SAPE. SAPAE. Survey, analysis, planning, action, evaluation. SAPE. Third one is 1 husband and 5 wives is our life. 1 husband and 5 wives, it is our life. Daily we are following. Daily we are having 1 husband, 5 wives. What is it? Health, apron. Wealth. Your family or others' family? It is nothing but how, what, when, where, why, whom. 1 husband and 5 wives is nothing but how, what, when, where, why, whom. That is how to crack the question. And fourth one is PESTLE, PESTLE, which every chartered accountant who are writing the insolvency professional examination, who are writing the register valuation examination, who are writing even the independent director examination, in all exams, they are asking this question, PESTLE. P stands for political. Our life is being governed by political decisions. E stands for economical. S stands for social. Everybody requires social status. T stands for technology. And L for legal. E stands for environment. So these 4 words daily control our life. Now coming to the topic. Everything depends on the sanction letter. To identify NPA or not, you have to read the sanction letter thoroughly. Then only you have to start the audit. Second. Ramesh, okay, sir. Ask Ramesh, sir. So here, because slide is not working, just I want to share the NPA pressure, how to face the NPA pressure. Because for want of time, because I don't want to waste the time. One of my friends, he has gone to statutory audit at Trichy. It's a nationalized bank. He has gone for the audit. Even I myself also has got the audit, which is next to Trichy at Pudukkottai. Both of them, we belong to Salem. We went to a particular bank. And he has identified the NPA to the tune of 3.4 crores. And whenever you identify NPA, normally you have to discuss this with the branch manager. And the branch manager has to convince the auditor. And since he is my student, that is that young chartered accountant is my student, I used to say at all my Salem branch meeting, don't yield to any pressure. If you identify as NPA, you have to report it. Then this person, this branch manager has informed the regional office, and one fellow from regional office, he came to the branch. Then he slowly started, why you identify this account as NPA? You have got no right to put NPA. Who asked you to put NPA? So many questions. Suppose if you put this NPA next year, you will not be getting the audit. This is the first threatening. And for your kind information, nobody has got the right to remove you from the audit. And they say that from next year onwards, you will not be getting the audit. He has got no right to say that. But he has given a lot of pressure to this young chartered accountant. Then out of frustration, what he did, he has never given the out of frustration, he has given the MOC and he has reported everything in the LFA. Then he called me. Then after that, that officer has left the place. Then this person has called me. Then he said, in that branch, I have identified something around 33 crores NPA. For 4 crores, 3.4 crores, he came and threatened the chartered accountant. And he said that, sir, the other person who is doing audit at Pudukkottai branch, he has given 34 crores. I will see that. See, this is the word. I will see that he has to remove it. Otherwise, so he started to threaten this young chartered accountant. Then because he didn't know that, he is very close to me. Then after he left the branch, then this chartered accountant, he called me and said, Ravindran sir, this fellow has threatened me. So out of frustration, I have removed the MOC and I put it in LFA. Then I started to shout at him. So why you removed it? So let them remove. So don't yield to any pressure. Then okay sir, what to do? Then whether you report MOC, whether you are giving MOC or not, you will be getting the fees. Whether you identify that account as NPA or not, you will be getting the fees. Then I asked him only one question. What about the stature of the party? Sir, he is a bald-headed person. He is having very big, dyed big mustache and very big belly, and is wearing safari. This identity is black in color. Then let him come. Then it's a 1.5 hours distance between Trichy and Pudukkottai. That fellow has come. And what I did immediately, that is where the appraiser has committed suicide, no? That branch. So now I want to give the reference. So there I have identified 34 crores something. Then this guy came inside and directly he went to the manager. Manager showed the room. That is where I am sitting. I just observed. Then I asked the security guard to stand in front of my cabin. Don't allow anyone inside my cabin without getting my permission. So I asked the security guard to stand in front of the camera. See, even you can have protection from the security guard. Because I want to say, when you detect any fraud, the auditors are not safe inside the branch. Your life is in danger. Even I am proud to say that I have got 2 times life threatening. So these are the things that everything is in the game. Then he went to the room and he requested the manager to come. Then he said, no, I will not come, because already manager is afraid of me, because already I identified 34 crores and odd as NPA. No, I will not come, you go. Then he came, because he came from the regional office. He's the chief manager, he's a chief manager cadre. He came. Then he said, sir, may I come in? Sir, no, sir, it is the auditor coming, you go and meet the department. I made him to think that he's a customer. You go and meet the officers. No, sir, I purposely come and meet you. Then, who are you? Because I already know that he has already threatened my junior. So I will not leave this guy just like that. Because I have to teach him a lesson. Who are you? So I am coming from regional office. So what? What do you want to say? No, as per the report of manager, you are classified as NPS 34 crores. So what? No, you have to remove it. So what? You put everything in writing. You write your name, address, staff number, who has given the permission to go and meet the statutory auditor, because we have been appointed by the central auditor, head office. You are representing only regional office. Who are you to question me? Who asked you to come from a region to branch? Where is the letter that the regional manager has given the letter to go and meet the auditor? No. As per these rules, now, the person, if he knows Tamil, then he can understand. Day, I think it's also in it's a singular in day. Can't you understand? Because if it is in Tamil, if you are able to understand, I can talk fluently, but I don't know Telugu. If I speak in Telugu, then you will forget your Telugu. Then you have to give the letter, otherwise I will not I will not give anything to explain to you. Again, he started to say about this circular, this and circular. Then immediately I said, I called the security man. What instruction I have given? Without my permission, you should not allow anyone inside. But this fellow is disturbing me. Then the security man, he knew that he is from the regional office. What he did, he pulled that officer out. The security person has got a lot of right, every right. He can do everything. He can pull the person outside. Then he was not able to continue. I never talked to him. Then he went to the manager once again. Then he said, then he called the Salem branch chief manager and Salem Fort branch. Then he asked which Ravindran, because there in Salem, there are 3 Ravindrans. One is A Ravindran and 2 V Ravindrans. I am V Ravindran. In initial, there are 2. V Ravindran 2, 1 A Ravindran. So A Ravindran, R Ravindran. R Ravindran is not there. Then he said Singamadde. Singamadde is my landmark area. Singamadde area is my landmark area. Singamadde Ravindran. Then the manager, chief manager of Salem Fort branch said, no, I will not talk to him. What the case is, I have given access to his customer. That is, he has got something around 7 crores. He has availed 50 lakhs excess from the chief manager. I went to the chief manager and scolded and shouted at him, why you gave excess of 50 lakhs? Why you spoil the life of the customer? So to that extent, he started to argue, I will not talk to him. Because if I asked, then he went to the regional office, then he was referred the regional manager. That regional manager is also, it's a lady, she knew me well. Even I have gone to the bank's regional office and I have taken IBC class, insolvency bankruptcy class to the bank officials I have taken. So that regional manager lady, she said, no, I will not talk to him. If I open my mouth, definitely you will shout at me. It is your headache, you go and do it. So a lot of pressures have come. The next day, 9:30, regional manager from the regional office, regional manager came, then DGM came. Why they came? Because the NPA level is 34 crores. If I give 34 crores, then the entire region profit is out. Then regional manager came and DGM of zonal office came. And morning 9:30 itself they came, but I went to the branch by 10 o'clock and they both of them have come to my cabin along with the branch manager. So they have handed over the visiting card. Then I stood up and with folded hands, sir, welcome, sir, please sit. Then he had some 10 minutes discussion. Then they asked me one question, sir, what about the branch? What you say? Suppose if you are in my position, everything is wrong. What do you say? Sir, do you want actual result or fabricated result? Yes, sir, we want actual result. The branch is a garbage one. It's a garbage branch. They spoil the entire branch transactions. Everything is fraud in this branch. Why fraud? Because they have altered the master records of all loan records. They changed the due date of the loan from this year to next year. When they manipulate everything in the system without authorization. If they change the due date from 31/3/23 to 36/23, the system will put a standard only. They have tampered the records, tampered the master records without getting permission. It amounts to fraud. So I am going to classify the entire branch as fraud.
That time it is manual, sir.
System based. This has happened in the year 2018.
But now it cannot be done, sir.
Anytime you can do it. Even right now also you can do it. You should have the knowledge to find it. It is not guts. Where they manipulate, that you have to identify. That is there in NPA games. How the bank managers, they cheat the eyes of the chartered accountants to get the signatures. That is there in the NPA games. How the bank managers, they manipulate. So they change the due date from this year to next year. So what is the system says? It is standard. So they have tampered the master record without any higher authorities. When I asked this to the branch manager said, no, sir, I didn't do anything. Then I asked the assistant manager, he said, I don't know. Then when I asked through the manager, I asked the regional office team said, no, we never did it. So who has manipulated the branch records? No one has given the reply. So I have clearly put the entire branch transaction under the head fraud, and I have reported this to RBI. And RBI team, they came, some 7 officials of RBI, they came to the branch and they put the black mark. From the RBI angle, they levied a penalty also because they tampered the master records. Suppose as an auditor, if you fail to do it, then you are also a party. You are responsible for this. So you have to be very, very careful. So they are not able to convince me and said, okay, sir, kindly remove one account of something runs into some 14 crores. Don't classify that account as NPA. Okay, sir, I will not classify that account as NPA, but the party has to make a payment of 1.7 crores loan into the account as on date. Up to date, they have to make the payment. If they remit to 1.7 crores, then I will remove that account from NPA, but I will report the same thing in LFAR. That is events occurring after the data balance sheet. If everything is before I sign it, then we can do it. Events occurring data balance sheet also we can consider, but you have to report everything in detail in LFAR and as well as in the main report. Then they asked me twice, thrice also. The video is not coming. Okay, sir. No, okay. Yes. Huh? 1.75 crores. Then they promised me, okay, sir, we will regularize. Then I said, it has that, I mean, the discussion, it was happened on Thursday. The next day is Good Friday. Normally, whenever you are going for audit, in April, you can find Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday holiday. So I said, okay, Monday also I will not come, sir. I will come only on Tuesday. Then on Saturday, they called me, sir, party has remitted. So I think Saturday it was a working day on the and 2018. So, the party has remitted the account money, amount into the account. Sir, please don't classify that account as NPA. Okay, sir, no problem. The phone has come from the branch manager, assistant manager, regional manager, then DGM. Everybody said, yes, sir, money has come, don't classify that account as NPA. Okay, sir, no problem. But I will verify and do it. Then when I came, I have opened the loan account. No credit has come. But all the 4 officials, they say that where money has come. Money has been given to the 4 officers. Even audit also. Then what has happened? The party has come and remitted the money in his current account as per the instruction of the branch manager. Manager said, sir, the auditor on seeing this current account payment, he will remove your account from NPA. Okay. I said, okay, sir, no problem. Then I first immediately called DGM. So you have given a false report to your charter account. The money has not come to the loan account. It has to come only to the loan account. You can go and remit any money in the current account. Then you are given a false report, sir. So I think you are also a party to the fraud. So I cautioned the DGM. Then also called the regional manager. Because he has also called me. Some money has come. Without verification, why you are given the false promise? False news to the charter. Then out of, DGM, what he did, from the zonal office, he has transferred the money from the current account to loan account. Because they have got the power, they can transfer any money in the form of record. They transfer the money from entire 2 crores. Instead of 1.7 crores, he has remitted 2 crores. Entire 2 crores, they have transferred the money from current account to all the loan dues. Now he asked me, then DGM, sir, now you go and see the loan account. Yes, sir, money is credited, but I will take decision only tomorrow and not today. Why? It's a term loan. It's a term loan account. Money has come to the term loan account to regularize it, to upgrade the account, it has come. But I said, tomorrow only I will take the decision and not today. Why? Huh? They may reverse the entry. Is it possible to reverse the entry? In term loan. What are the debits allowed in term loan? Loan amount sanctioned, interest amount, penal interest, bank charges, court fees, legal fees, and no other debit is allowed other than this. But any amount can give, you can give credit to the term loan. On seeing this, suppose on the same day, and there is a possibility that they can reverse the money to the original account. So that is why I require 1 day. Say on the date of verification, the money has come. So on the date of verification is the next day and not on the same day. Then within half an hour, some 7 gundas, 7 rowdies or some, along with the management, they came to the branch and they went to the manager cabin and they started to slap him with all stick and everything. The manager, what he did, sir, you please come and remit 2 crores into the current account. The auditor on seeing this, he will not classify your account as NPA. You can take back your money. Money has been transferred from where? From the zonal office. Then the team has suddenly come to the auditor cabin. Then I am seeing them. Then I ask the help of security officer, security person. The branch has got two security officers, security persons. I asked both of them to stand in front of my cabin because we are not safe. As an auditor, we are not safe. Then they said, no, you are not. You are whatever thing you have to go and do it. So this is the way in which you have to handle the pressure, NPA pressure. Now coming to the topic, first thing is sanction letter. So I've got a lot of practical incidents. You may think that it's a practical stories. So again, system. Yeah, it is there. It is applicable for both domestic loan and foreign loans. Then you have to see the term loan and working capital loan. Then see the difference between agricultural term loan and agricultural working capital loan. And for what items term loans are sanctioned. What are the items that you can get a loan from the bank in the form of term loan to buy the machinery, to buy the, to construct a factory, land and building, to go for housing loan. And for this, you can get a term loan, and even personal loan also can be converted to term loan. So now I am going to explain about the term loan repayment with reference to non-agricultural advances. So don't ask anything about the agricultural advances. Concentrate only on the non-agricultural advances, particularly term loan. Term loan NPA, you have to classify based on the loan repayment. How many types of loan repayment are there? Do you have any experience? How many loan repayment types are there? 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 5 types of loan repayment. There are 5 types of loan repayment. One is principal plus interest. That is, when you go to the sanction letter, you can see you have, that is, this loan amount of 6 lakhs, you have to pay in 60 months. So per due is 10,000. So 10,000 plus interest as and when debited. That is called as first method. First method is interest plus principal. Second method is EMI. EMI is equated monthly installments. It's a combination of principal cum interest. Third method is holiday period interest plus EMI or principal plus interest. What is called as holiday period? Holiday period, gestation period or moratorium period, all are one and the same. Holiday period, I'll explain when that slide comes. And fourth method is called as bullet repayment, which our faculty has mentioned in the morning. Bullet repayment. That is, at one shot you have to make the payment. That is called as bullet repayment. Fifth method is called as balloon repayment. Have you heard about balloon? How the balloon looks like? This, see, mouthpiece is small, goes big, goes big, goes big. This is called as balloon. So when you start a new college, the first year the admission is only for 100 students. So you can generate only revenue from the 100 students. So the repayment has to be fixed based on the fund generated from the project. So first year for 100 students, this is a loan repayment. For 200, little bit, 300, little bit, 400, little bit. So it just like a balloon, it goes like this. So this is called as balloon repayment. Now we will see the NPA for all these 5 methods of repayment. Principal plus interest, EMI, holiday period interest plus EMI, repayment, bullet repayment and balloon repayment. Now we will start with the first thing called as principal plus interest. Principal interest. Here you have to consider only the number of dues. It is not number of EMI, it is number of dues. You have to calculate the number of dues from the date of sanction to 31/12/2022. Here I put 21. Actually, it is 2022. From date of sanction to 31/12/22. Why you have to take up to 31/12/22? NPA cutoff date is 1/1/2023. So you have to calculate only up to 31/12/2022. Okay. So total due is 50. Let us take first exercise. Per due is amount is 1000. That means the party has to pay 50,000 rupees. This 50,000 rupees you have to deduct from the loan amount sanction. So on 31/3/23, the outstanding should be 1,50,000. Calculate this one, 50,000. So the loan amount sanctioned is 2 lakhs. You deduct the amount to be paid. It comes to point number 5 is 1,50,000. That is outstanding should be 1,50,000. Now point number 6 and 7 are only example. In point number 6, the outstanding is 1,48,500. The outstanding should be 1,50,000. The outstanding is 1,48,500. That means the party has paid the amount in advance. So that account should not be treated as NPA. Correct? Any doubt? And point number 7, the outstanding is 1,53,500. Instead of 1,50,000, the outstanding is 1,53,500. That means there is an arrears. That is, it exceeds the 90 days. So there is an outstanding exceeding 90 days. So that account has to be treated as NPA. Here, once again, I'll repeat, go to the second exercise. The total dues from date of sanction to 31/12/22 is 42. Per due amount is 35,000. Total amount to be paid up to 31/12/22 is 14,70,000. And the outstanding should be 2,50,000. Sir, 25 lakhs. Sanction amount is 25 lakhs. So point number, that is outstanding should be 10,30,000. So point number 6, the outstanding is 9,85,000. That means amount is paid in advance. And point number 7 is outstanding is 11,23,450, which is more than 10,30,000. Is it clear, or can I repeat once again?
Yes.
Per due and multiplied by total amount, sanction, per due amount, number of dues, what is the total amount to be paid? Deduct that from the loan amount sanction. That amount should be the outstanding amount. Then go to the outstanding balance, compare it. If the outstanding balance falls below the calculation of point number 5, then it is to be treated as standard. Otherwise, it has to be treated as NPA. This is with reference to first method, principal plus interest. In the sanction letter, you can find a word. Interest has to be paid by the party as and when it is debited. And going to the second method, that is equated monthly installments. In equated monthly installments, you have to calculate number of EMIs due from date of sanction to 31/12/22. This is total amount paid. Go to the credit side. Add all genuine credits. I use the word genuine credits. From date of sanction to 31/3/2023. Why 31/3/23? The dues as on 31/12/22 has to be paid on or before 31/3/23. So you have to add all the amount paid from date of sanction to 31/3/2023. Compare it. If the amount paid exceeds the EMI due, then everything is service. That account has to be treated as standard. In case if the amount paid falls short of the EMI due, that account has to be treated as NPA. What is when by genuine credit? That means a wrong entry is posted into the account. That is not a genuine credit. Sometimes, other person's money is also posted. Sometimes one loan is sanctioned and given credit to this account, which our faculty has explained in Joe loan.
This type of credits, even government subsidy, government
I'll come for the subsidy. I'll give the injection slowly. Okay. I'll come for the subsidy and how the banks, they do the mischief or fraud in subsidy. That also I'll explain. And at the end, I will definitely teach you how to do fraud. Okay. And this is the second method. Is it clear? Calculate in the first method, you have to calculate the number of dues and deduct that from the sanction amount, compare the outstanding with the outstanding balance. In this second method, calculate the number of dues from date of sanction to 31/12/22 because NPA cutoff date starts on 1/1/2023. What is the amount EMI to be paid? What is the amount paid? Compare it. If the amount paid exceeds the EMI, then everything is service. That account has to be treated as standard. Otherwise, it has to be treated as NPA. Is it clear? If you understand this, NPA is nothing. But only thing, you are the decision maker. You are not supposed to yield to any pressure. And third method is holiday period interest plus EMI. Is it clear as a first method? Second method, is it clear? Can I move to the third method? The third method is the same thing. First method or second method. This is second, right hand side. Left hand side is holiday period interest. This holiday period interest you have to add with the EMI or principal due. What is meant by holiday period? What is meant by moratorium? What is meant by gestation? What is meant by? So you say that holiday period interest. Why the bankers they are giving holiday? Extension of? So let us take the example of housing loan. If the bankers they sanction 50 lakhs, whether you can build a house within, overnight, at most 1 year or 18 months. So that period of 12 months or 18 months is called as holiday period. Holiday period, they are giving, you need not pay the principal, but you have to pay the interest. See, for this also you have to go and refer the sanction letter. The sanction letter, they say that principal amount you have to pay only after this date. And this 18 months you have to pay the interest. I can vouch, I can tell almost 90% of housing loans where the holiday period interest is, holiday period benefit is given will definitely become NPA. No, it is not question of non-payment of interest. The system, the software, at the time of calculating NPA, it never considers the holiday period interest. So whenever you are going for the verification of loans which are subject to holiday period, you have to be very, very careful. You have to add all the holiday period interest plus EMI up to 31/12/22. That is the amount due to be paid by the party. Go to the credit side, add all credit from date of sanction to 31/3/23. Compare it. If the amount paid exceeds the due, then that account has to be treated as standard. Otherwise, it has to be treated as NPA.
Is it classified under quick mortality?
It's not quick mortality, 18 months. So a quick mortality period is when within 1 year, immediately on sanction of the loan, if that account has become NPA, then you can treat it as quick mortality.
Generally, if the gestation period is 6 months.
Gestation period is 6 months, say due starts only after that. If they are not paid, it is not a quick mortality. See, quick mortality concept is, see, in one of the regional office, in one of the loan that has happened in, because I'm not supposed to reveal the bank, he is a failure party in 3 banks. This bank is taking over the loan. Then I used to meet that regional head. Then I told him, why you chosen this party to your bank? He's a failure party. So today he has got the loan within 91st day, that is within 3 months, he has taken all the money, excess money he has taken and he has ran away. So that account has to be treated as quick mortality because that account has become NPA. So the way of, how to manipulate NPA also we can have discussion. We'll go slowly. First, are you able to understand this third method? where holiday period given, where holiday, gestation is given, where moratorium period is given, please be careful whether those holiday period interest is being served by the party or not. I'm going to the fourth method, bullet repayment. At one shot, you have to make the payment. Now, this is because of COVID, all the interest unserviced up to 39/20, it has to be paid on or before 31/3/21. Otherwise, that account has to be treated as NPA. That 31/3/21 is the due date. So that amount has to be paid on or before 29/6/2021. That is, if we add 90 days from 31/3, it ends on 29/6/2021. So that account will be termed as NPA in the year 21/22 year. But what bankers did, what they manipulated, they changed the due date of FIATL for another 1 year. So regular norms of restructuring comes into the picture. If any restructuring done to the account, that account has to be termed as NPA. That means you have to move to the next status. If the standard account has been classified, restructured, then you have to classify that account as NPA. Standard account will become substandard, because the moratorium is given only up to 39/2021 and 31/3/21 only you can accumulate, add all interest, you can fix it as term loan, and the loan amount has to be paid on or before 31/3/21. If it is not paid, then on or before 29/6/21, then that account has to be treated as NPA. To avoid this NPA, the last year they restructured, they altered the date to 1 year later. So the entire amount, principal amount, it has become NPA. So you have to be very, very careful. Now I am going for the next method, balloon repayment. Same method of principal plus interest, same method of EMI, you have to apply this. So only thing, what is the amount due to be paid, that you have to calculate. In the first method, you have to deduct the amount due from the loan amount sanction. In the second amount, you have to calculate the EMI due and compare this with the amount paid into the balloon repayment. First method, second method, everything almost common. Any doubt with up to this? Bullet, na? Say, Jol loan is a bullet loan. So Jol loan is a 1 year loan. So you have to pay. You have to pay that amount. If it is not paid, so that SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2, it goes. So that account will become NPA after that date. So Jol loan is a bullet repayment. FITL, funded interest term loan, is also, that is any loan sanctioned for a particular date. Within this date, you have to pay. That comes under the category of bullet payment. Even we can say that at one shot, you have to make the payment. That's a manipulation. So to avoid NPA, what they are doing, they altered the due date. Only in the system. Even if they pass the sanction letter also, that is also to be treated as NPA. Any restructuring done to a standard asset without RBI's permission, you can classify as NPA. There's a RBI circular that if you do the restructuring, you have to skip to the next status. And I already said housing loan and education loan will definitely come under the category of holiday period. Everything is based on the sanction letter. So that means you have to be very, very careful with reference to the sanction letter. And housing loan, this I already discussed. In my view, the system sometimes are not considering the holiday period interest. So you have to do it manually.
For this, whenever the banker is sanctioning the loan, after sanctioning the loan, so for whom they are giving gestation period, they are keeping 3 installments or 4 installments as an advance.
It is a procedure method.
Okay, that amount they will utilize for this interest.
If
payment.
the party has paid the amount, you can again,
No, it is a-
credit, sufficient credit should come into the account. Taking their own money into the loan account, it is not a genuine credit. That is why I use the word genuine credit. Say from the loan account, they are adjusting the loan, means from one CC account, they are adjusting to the term loan account, it is permitted, provided there should be sufficient credit in the cash credit loan. Without, they sanction term loan as well as cash credit loan. There is no transaction in cash credit loan, but they debit the money from cash credit loan to term loan. But there is no sufficient credit in the CC loan. That account has to be treated as NPA. That is why I use the word genuine credit. Now I am going for the cash credit loan. It has got 8 methods. Based on the 8 methods, you can come to the NPA arrival. 8 methods, everything is based on the sanction letter. Next one, that is, you need not bother about any loan that is sanctioned on or after 31/12/22. That is on or after 11/23. Here I use the word after 31/12. So that starts from 11/23. NPA cutoff date is, what is NPA cutoff date? 11/23 is NPA cutoff date. So any CC loan sanctioned on or after 11/23, you need not bother. All those loans have to be treated as standard. This point I have taken only from the statutory audit angle. If you are going for concurrent audit, you have to do it on quarterly basis or sometimes on monthly basis also. Everything is based on your terms of appointment. This I have taken only for from the statutory audit angle. Step 1. So you have to add again. You have to, so I'm going for the last quarter. 11/23 to 31/3/23. You have to add all the interest debited for the period from 11/23 to 31/3/23. Here interest includes penal interest. Interest includes penal interest. Add all interest debited from 11/22 to 11/23 to 31/3/23. Go to the credit side. In that quarter, don't consider about the previous quarter. In that quarter, whether all the amounts have been paid. So amount paid into the account, amount due to the account due from the account in the form of interest, compare it. If the amount paid exceeds the interest due, then that account has to be treated as standard. Otherwise, you can treat that account as NPA.
So sometimes in the previous quarter, they have paid excess money. That can be.
I said you consider only for this quarter. In the period, 11/23 la 31/3/23 la credit irukka. Is it clear, sir? This is first method of CC. There are 8 methods. Only after considering all these 8 methods, you can classify that cash credit loan as standard or NPA. First method is add all interest debited. Interest includes penal interest, interest debited from 11/23 to 31/3/23. Go to the credit side, add only the genuine credit. Compare it. Amount paid exceeds interest. Then everything is serviced. That account you can treat it as standard. Otherwise, it is NPA.
Don't you have to see the account from April to you might not have paid the
Second one.
3 months or 4 months or other irregularities may be there.
So when you go for NPA identification date, there also you can identify. If you want, you can do it.
Audit period we are seeing, sir.
Entire audit period you are seeing. If you want, you can do it quarterly also.
What total is, sir?
Yes, every quarter you have to do it. Do it.
Say here.
Entire year you have to do it. Say every quarter. So for easy understanding, I have given this.
It's not.
For understanding, I have given this. If you understand this, if you do it for April to June and all interest debited, every quarter you have to do it. So it's only an example for easy understanding. I'm going to the second method. In this first method, that cannot be carried forward. But if you make a, so for that I'll come to later in the form of unrealized interest, I'll explain. Here, in this method, this is the thing, don't get confused. You have to do the NPA exercise for every quarter. 90 days. So that's why I said 31-3, 31-2, I mean 28-2, 31-1. So this is one. Second method, in this first method, on some days, on some days, the outstanding balance exceeds the sanction limit. On some days, the outstanding limit falls below the sanction limit. That comes under the category of first method. Yes, sir.
Example. The balance may be between the limit. There may be certificate BP.
Sir, you just wait. No, I'm coming to the point. You just give me 10 minutes time. Then you can understand everything. After that, if you have got any doubt, you can ask me. I'm just giving the first tablet, morning. I'm going to the afternoon tablet. Evening. Then next day, back. First method. Second method, on the entire quarter, if the outstanding balance exceeds the sanction limit, then that account has to be treated as NPA. The concept is at least on one particular day, the outstanding balance should be brought below the sanction limit. Is it clear? Second method, at least on one particular day, the outstanding balance should come below the sanction limit. If the entire quarter, if the outstanding balance exceeds the sanction limit, then that account has to be treated as NPA. Now coming to your point, third method. In the third method, the entire outstanding is always below the sanction limit. Entire quarter, the outstanding limit never exceeds the sanction limit. Okay, in that case also, you have to apply the principle of first method. 1 and 3 are one and the same. In the first method, on particular day, the outstanding balance exceeds the sanction limit. Third method, outstanding limit will always be below the sanction limit. The same concept of 1 and 3 is applied. You are coming for DP. Okay. Yes, sir. Any doubt up to this? Okay. I'm going to the drawing power concept. Stock statement verification. Before going to point number 4, I'll explain what is meant by drawing power. So drawing power, you have to calculate for stock verification as well as for the data statement. In this, you have to refer the sanction letter and you have to see the margin. And the stock statement has to be submitted by the party on monthly basis, quarterly basis, half-yearly basis, or annual basis. You can find the same thing from the sanction letter. And the date of submission, it is clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. So that means the stock statement has to be submitted within the 7 days or 10 days of the following month. That date is clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. Then these two figures, these two things that you have to remember. The stock statement is a statement given by the borrower to the bank. And the borrower records all the stock statement details in the register. That register is called a stock register. Stock statement is submitted by the borrower and stock register is being prepared by the banker. And a delay in submission of stock statement, it attracts penal interest. Because if the statement, the stock statement has to be submitted on or before 7th of the month, and if it is submitted on 25th of the month, you have to calculate penal interest for the period from first day to the date of remittance. 1%. And item should tally with the sanction. The loan is being sanctioned for the furniture business, but the stock statement shows rice items, pharmaceutical items. There also they can manipulate. So the item should be tallied. Then branch manager has to do the inspection after submission of the stock statement, and LC stock should not be considered. What is meant by LC stock? LC stock and creditor stock are one and the same, but LC stock means the supplier has given that is banker has given a guarantee to the supplier. You supply the goods, if within the date, if the amount has not been paid, we'll make the payment. It is nothing but a bank guarantee, just like a bank guarantee they are given. LC stock is there. So the ownership lies with the supplier of the goods. So until the party makes the payment, the ownership lies with the supplier of the goods. So those LC stocks should not be included in the stock statement. And then after that, you can arrive at the DP, drawing power. And now for the, here I said about the margin, first line. What is the margin? Margin amount is the margin amount, margin percentage is clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. The margin is nothing but the borrower's contribution. Suppose the loan amount is 100 rupees. 25 rupees is the margin. That is that 25 rupees the borrower has to bring and 75 rupees the banker they will give. This 25 rupees is called as margin. This margin you can find from the sanction letter. Debtor statement, same thing. Refer sanction letter, see the margin. It has to be deducted. So just wait for that working. Yes, sir. Just wait for the working. So after the completion, you raise. So whatever you doubt, everything I've already covered. But we are going fast. Okay. So age-wise debtors you have to prepare and customer-wise debtors you have to prepare. Why we have to prepare customer-wise? That means sister concern debts should be eliminated. So age-wise, what is age-wise? In the sanction letter, they used to say that we consider only 90 days debts, 120 days debts. Exceeding that period, debt period, we will not take it as a good debtor for the purpose of calculation of stock audit, stock statement. Then sister concern debts should be excluded. Then accumulation, suppose if it is not possible for the recovery, can we classify that as bad debts? Here, CA certificate should be given on quarterly basis or half-yearly basis. Here I have got a very big case. It has happened in Salem area also. Because why I'm mentioning Salem? Because I've got a lot of information from all chartered accountants of Salem. If they are caught, immediately they approach me. Ravindran sir, I was trapped, I was caught. So how to come out of? Even not only from my area, from all southern parts of Tamil Nadu. Madras people, they will not come. But in Salem, Erode, Madurai, all this area people, they used to call me only out of friendship. But now I used to charge. See, it's a professional consultancy, man. Huh?
So now we become friends now, sir.
Huh? now only we become friends. Eh? Oh. No? Okay. Really, just for few cases we have to charge, not for all cases. Normally we say that in my office room, I put a board. You have to pay the consultancy fees. I've written a board. Alosane kattanam undu Tamil. Huh? You have to pay the audit. Oh, then what he did, he turned the board. Then he used to have discussion. He read the board, then he closed the board. So that is also the mentality of the clients. So, okay, here, this is a limited company. The statutory auditor has given the report saying that no stocks are available. The unit is not functioning.
Why it is only in our position regarding lawyers, doctors, they are talking before. Why it is so in our position?
There is no unity. Basic point is unity, sir. If you see, the thing is, not only in Salem, in all areas, youngsters, whenever they enter into the practice, they immediately canvass all clients. And including there is no unity, even suppose if any file comes from SAR to you, you never consulted him. Why you okay, we'll take. So if that mentality goes, then everything will be settled.
No, in their profession, threat is there, sir. In our profession, threat is not there.
Threat is there, sir. We have to create the threat. So see, all profession, see, what we do as a gentleman, we are going. See, lot of people, see, in few cases, I cannot blame all chartered accountants. They gave the information to the department. Because one of the clients, they came to you and you are given the consultant. But you entered to deal with the department. So that is in that manner also a lot of people they are doing. I cannot blame all chartered accountants. Few people they are still doing.
We won't do, sir.
Okay,
Andhra
you are a gentleman.
people-
No, it's not Andhra and Tamil or Telugu. I mean, it's you are not supposed to do it. It's not a professional ethics. Okay, here the chartered accountant of that company said no stocks are available, no production. Then as per the bank sanction terms, the party has to produce a stock statement once in 6 months and data statement. When he approached the statutory auditor said, I will not sign unless until you produce the stock produce the stock records, production records, EB statement. So if any factory to run, electricity bill to be paid, the electricity bill is zero, that means there is no production at all. So any manufacturing industry, you have to consider the electricity bill. Then this auditor said, no, I will not give. If this stock statement is not, data statement, stock and data certificate has not been given from a chartered accountant, then the bankers, they levy penal and within 90 days, that account will be termed as NPA.
Even in the
They,
trading, even in the trading activity also, we
say
are,
this applies to everyone.
no, we are asking GST returns.
Even I heard that GST returns can also be manipulated.
The stat document.
So, okay, see, that is a different issue, different thing. You come to me, I'll teach you how to do fraud in this also.
So can be tampered, sir.
It can be tampered. It can be tampered.
Yeah.
Say, okay, in this case, then this party asked him, sir, can I get the signature from the other auditor? Do you have any objection? He said, no, if that auditor is signing, I am not bothered. Then he has gone to a youngster. He said that guy contact the youngster, young chartered accountant was new to the profession. Sir, my auditor is out of station. He will come only after 2 months. I want to submit this statement to you, statement to the bankers. Can you give you? Then I'll give you a management declaration saying that this is a stock figure, this is a data figure. Based on my management declaration, you issue the certificate. I'll offer you fees of 5 lakhs. He's new to the profession. Yes, just 3 months old. To sign the stock and data statement, he has tipped 5 lakhs. If you are there, definitely what they will do. Okay. Oh, to put one signature, I'm getting 5 lakhs. Suppose in my lifetime, if I put some 1 lakh signature, people will think he has given. So for the next 6 months, he has obtained from other young charter account. For 3 years, he has received because he has colluded with the branch manager because the manager has to go to the unit and he has to do the inspection. There he found nothing is there. But manager said, yes, it was there. Based on what he reported, based on the stock auditor, stock statement signed by the CA, I endorse the stock figures at the unit. After 3 years, this party has ran away. The loan amount is 35 crores. Loan amount is 35 crores. Unit was closed. Next manager came to the branch. When he went to the unit, he found nothing was there. Then nothing was reported in the electricity bill also. But the auditor has signed everything based on the management declaration. All the 6 auditors. And the case has been referred to CBI. Because it is 35 crores. There are more than 5 crores. It has gone. So they refer the case to the CBI. All these 6 auditors have been summoned by CBI. And the case has already been referred to our insured for disciplinary action. So disciplinary action case is something. And here it is since it has been referred to CBI, they are going to the Bangalore because Salem to Bangalore they have to go because the CBI office is at Bangalore. They are running. And the case, it is still going on. It is still going on for more than 4 years. And 3 of the young chartered accountants, they already said, unless until I come out of this case, I will not get any marriage. Because if they arrested me, then I don't want to spoil the life of the girl. So my advice here is don't sign other auditors' statement. Otherwise, if you are signing it, you have to take all precautions. You have to do the proper steps, then only you have to sign. So CA certificate is needed for the debtor statement and stock statement, and you have to analyze the bad debts. And how to calculate the DP calculation for the stock, total stock, less obsolete stock, less creditors, less LC stock. Point number 3 is called as paid stock. In that, you have to deduct the margin. Then 5th point is called as drawing power. Total stock. In that, you have to remove obsolete stock, then LC stock, then creditor stock. Remaining stock is called as paid stock. In that, you have to deduct the bonus margin of 25%. And remaining amount is called as drawing power. You have to compare this drawing power with the outstanding balance. The outstanding balance should always below the drawing power. If they can feed anything, sir. Every month they have to feed. As an auditor, you have to verify. If you are going for stock audit, you have to follow this. They can manipulate anything. Say, if everything is correct, audit is not required, sir. So no question of this bank audit seminar. Okay. Huh? It is available. Or not made available, I know it. Then you put it as 0.
Bankers are calculating.
Sir, if figures are not available, you can put it as 0. So even you can, if you pressurize this, then they will produce the details. Then this is with reference to DP with reference to stock. Total book dates. Less dates above 90 days or 120 days, you have to deduct. This is called as net book dates. From that, you have to deduct the margin. Then you have to arrive at the drawing power as per the debtors. You have to deduct total book dates minus bad debts. So there is no question of bad debts, sir. Debts above these days you will not consider. Bad debts automatically it will be eliminated. Total debts. So total debt means it is now, it is the bad debts. If you remove it, that will not be forming part of the total debts. Other than bad debts, figures will be here. Deduct the debts above 90 days or 120 days. That is called a net book debts. Margin of 40%. That comes to drawing power.
40%, 25%.
Everything is there in the sanction letter. Please refer the sanction letter for the margin. Now, how to arrive at the total drawing power? DP as per stock, DP as per debtors, that is total drawing power. Compare this with the outstanding balance. The outstanding balance should be below the drawing power. In case if the outstanding balance exceeds the drawing power for a continuous period of 90 days, then that account has to be treated as NPA. Okay, sir, आपका question. You raised some question about DP. It's clear.
Somebody is asking, if there is excess paid during past quarter, how to take care of that in the interest of last quarter? So in the connection, I wanted to clarify whether it is within the DP, within the limit, whatever it may be, there must be sufficient credit to cover the interest during the last quarter.
Yes, that is what I said. Thumb rule. Being a banker, you are 100% confident. Okay. Is it clear, sir, how to calculate the drawing power? Here I want to raise one question. If the stock figure DP is minus, debtor is plus, can we net it? If drawing power la stock la minus, debtor la plus, can we net it? It can be netted. It can be netted because the stock is in minus. Everything is locked in debtors. So you can do the net figure. Now going to the fourth method, drawing power is less than the outstanding balance. This is what I said. Fourth method. And fifth method is very much important. If the cash credit limit is not renewed, say a cash credit limit, the duration is 1 year from the date of sanction. From the date of sanction, the period is 1 year. From the due date, so just see, from the due date, within 180 days, you have to renew it. If the limit is not renewed within a period of 180 days from the original due date, then that account has to be treated as NPA. I use the word original due date. What is original due date? Sometimes the bankers may extend the period of 2 months, 3 months. Everything should be part of within that 180 days. You are not supposed to calculate the 180 days from the extended loan. You have to calculate the 180 days from the original due date. Understand? Is it clear? That's the original date. Na? The due date is today now. Within 180 days from today, you have to renew it. And sometimes bankers, they extend the due date for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But all the sanction should be within this 180 days. You have to calculate the 180 days from the original due date and not from the extended loan due date. Any short review should be part of this 180 days. Everything should be within 180 days. Even daily also you can do it. You can do it. But that short review should be within 180 days. Both temporary renewal and short renewal, the period of 180 days are included. Non-submission of stock statement even has to be calculated from November 21 to 31/3/23. That is November 21 stock statement. If the party has not given, then the DP is 0. November 22. I have to correct it. It's November 22. If it is not submitted before 31/3/23, then that account DP is to be treated as 0. Then that account has to be treated as NPA. Step 8. Even stock statement should be regular. This is a very, very important thing. Only last 3 months, yes, they have given a correct stock statement. April month, stock statement given. May month, they have not given. June month, they have not given. July month, they have given. So non-submission of stock statement, even in the middle of the month, will definitely make the account as NPA. For May, the DP is 0. June, the DP is 0. So 90 days exceeded. May statement line and 90 days statement, there is stock statement has not been given. So that account has to be treated as NPA. This is the 8th method that you have to consider for the CC. Any doubt with reference to CC, you can ask me.
The May month stock sheet has not been given, sir. July month stock sheet has given.
Huh? Yes. NPA. NPA.
2 months after 2 months he has given.
Only for this month. If April, May, they are given on June, it is okay. April omitted. May omitted. June only given. April DP 0. 90 days. NPA. The stock statement should be regular. Here, NPA has to be calculated on borrower wise and not facility wise. So if a borrower has obtained some 3 loans or 4 loans, if one loan account has become NPA, all the borrowers loan account, all the customers loan account should be termed as NPA with the same status. The same status. Other points of NPA, I'll go fast. Unrealized interest. So this is also another very important area. So once if you identified one account as NPA, you have to remove the unrealized interest from the account. the circular of 110/2021 master circular says, which they that is modified and consolidated on 1/4/2022. The master circular dated 110/2021. It says the past period, you have to remove the unrealized interest from the past period. It is not previously, it was not a clear. Normally we used to reverse 2 years, but in that circular they use the word past period. Past period means from the date of sanction to now. You have to remove. It is not only interest, you have to remove the charges also. So this is the addition in that 110/2021 circular. You have to remove interest, you have to remove the charges from the past period. So I'll explain with 2 years. There are 3 methods of calculating the unrealized interest. First time NPA, it is applicable. For only first time, you have to remove the unrealized interest. If an account has become NPA, you are not supposed to pass the unrealized interest. And remove unrealized interest, commission, expenses of past period from date of sanction to now. Normally, it was not clear before 110/2021. In 110/2021, they have specifically mentioned past period. According to me, past period means from date of sanction. Only genuine credit to be added. Now, there are 3 methods of calculating the unrealized interest. So just watch, don't divert your mind. And first method, add interest. So I have taken only 21, 22, 22, 23 for easy understanding, but actually you have to take for some 10 years or 15 years. The loan goes to some 10 years, you have to calculate every year. Here, add interest from April to March 21, 22. Then add genuine credit for the above period. If the shortfall is called as unrealized interest. In the first example, 21, 22, the interest is 48,000. Genuine credit is 32,000. Shortfall is called as 16,000. This is called as unrealized interest. And 22, 23, shortfall is 9,300. So the total unrealized interest is 25,300. Sir, I have taken 2 years, 21, 22. You have to add all the interest charges, commission, everything. Here, for the purpose of easy understanding, I have used the word only interest. So add interest for the year. Add the interest for the year, 48,000. Add genuine credit. The credit falls short of 48,000 to the extent of 16,000. That is unrealized interest for the year 21, 22 is 16,000. For 22, 23, the shortfall is 9,300. Total unrealized interest is 25,300. This you have to remove from the interest credited into the account. Then by debiting the part, you have to remove the interest, then you have to remove the balance from the customer. So you have to remove the amount. So this is for the first year. So deduct the same from interest. Is it clear? Definitely, sir. And NPA working is only with reference to NPA, I mean with reference to interest. When you remove the interest, automatically your branch profit comes down. For that only we are doing this exercise of NPA. Now I am moving to the second method. Here 21, 22 rule. Huh? Yes. 21, 22. There's a shortfall of 16,000 in the year 21, 22. But 22, 23, there's a surplus, 17,700. This surplus of 22, 23, you can adjust against the shortfall of 21, 22. This is allowed and not vice versa. That is called as third method. Third method, there is a surplus of 22,000, but 22-23 there is a deficit of 2,300. This 22,000 surplus you cannot adjust against the deficit of 22-23. So in the first method, both years you have got unrealized interest. So you can add. Second method, surplus is there in 22-23. There's a shortfall of interest in the years 21-22. You can net the figure. So that is permitted. So total unrealized interest is 0. Whereas in the third method, there's a surplus in the year, previous year. That surplus you cannot adjust against the next year deficit. Is it clear? Sir? Allied. Indirect. Non-agriculture. It comes under agriculture indirect. Agriculture. So I will come for the agriculture. Then you ask. Now I am going for non-agriculture advances, term loan over, CC over. Now I am going for the agriculture advances. This requires minimum of 10 minutes. I mean, not minimum, it's a maximum of 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, we will complete this agriculture advances. Everybody is confused because of this agriculture advance. Even I can vouch more than 80% of chartered accountants, they are confused with reference to NPA calculation of agriculture. Just every year. Okay. I need just 10 minutes of your 100% concentration. So you'll be a master in NPA classification with reference to agriculture. Here they use the word direct agriculture and indirect agriculture. Direct agriculture means all the crops that are related to the land that comes under the category of direct agriculture. Other than that, everything comes under the category of indirect agriculture. Everything is covered. And it has been notified by the NABARD. What is indirect agriculture? But any agricultural activities which are directly related to land comes under the category of direct agriculture. And they use the word crop season. What is when we have crop season means crop period plus harvest period plus market period. This is called as crop season. And they use another word, short-term crop, long-term crop. Short-term crop means that crop season is less than 1 year. It is called as short-term crop. If the crop season exceeds 1 year, it is called as long-term crop. If it is clear, then NPA is nothing. Okay. Now I am going for the short-term crop. You can easily understand. And this due date, you can ask where you can find the due date. This due date is clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. Where we can find the crop season, it is also clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. So this is only an example. Our insured book has got some 70 or 60 examples. Our insured bank audit manual, guidance note, you have got. You just go through it. If you understand this, all the 70 problems are zero, nothing. So here the crop season is 1/6/15 to 31/3/16. And for example, I have taken the due date as 31/3/16. For short-term crop, you have to add 2 crop season. The crop season which comes after the due date only you have to consider. This point you have to remember. After the due date, you have to consider. Here, the due date is 31/3/16. The first crop season comes after 31/3/16 is 1/6/16 to 31/3/17 and 1/6/17 to 31/3/18. Is it clear? Because you cannot continuously cultivate agriculture product. That's the season. If it is for 3 months, only for 3 months you can grow. For the next 3 months, you have to wait for the next season. So here, for example, the crop season is 1615 to 31316. Due date is 31316. Add 2 crop season in case of short-term crop. Short-term crop due date from you have to add 2 crop season. It comes to 31318. That means the amount due on 31316 has to be paid on or before 31318. Otherwise, that account will become NPA on 1/4/2018. If you understand this, long-term crop is nothing. All agricultural NPA is nothing. But for this slide, I spent more than 1.5 days. For one slide, this slide only I spent more than 1.5 days. Because first I have to understand, then I have to explain.
The due date, sir.
Tell me.
2 crop season means after completion of the crop season, from next crop, which will be commence from the date we have to take into consideration.
The due date, the crop season, which comes after the due date. So that's why you change your mind. That's why I asked you to concentrate. I see every word is important. So first thing, due date, where you will get everything you will get from the sanction letter. What is the crop season? Where you will get everything from the sanction letter. Based on that, first thing is short-term crop. Period is 1615 to 31316. For example, I have taken the due date as 31316. Add 2 crop season. The 2 crop season which comes after the due date. So 16 to 17, 17 to 18. So 31318, that is the amount of 31316 should be paid on or before 31318. Otherwise, that account has to be treated as NPA. Due date, crop season, everything will be mentioned in the sanction letter. That is why I said NPA working is always based on the sanction letter.
Loan amount plus interest, everything has to be paid, sir. So now,
so you have fixed the due date. In the due date, you have to pay principal plus interest.
now what happened? So the state subsidies are credited in that account. So that will come under genuine.
It's a genuine credit, but for subsidy, since you have raised this, so after this, I'll cover that subsidy point. Okay. If the subsidy transfer is as per the government direction, it is called as genuine credit. If it is transferred by the banks on its own, it is not a genuine credit. For every subsidy sanction, there is a sanction letter of subsidy. What subsidy sanction letter says, you have to follow. Clear? Now, second exercise is
The due date is March 17th.
1615 to 31316. That is the crop season. That is as that within this period, this crop grow. Harvest period, market period, and crop period. Second exercise 2916 to 28/3/17. Due date is 28/3/17. Add 2 crop season after the due date. It comes to 28/3/19. You cannot blindly put 2 years from the due date. You cannot blindly put. In another example, I change the due date to some other date. So it is not 2 years from that date.
Sir, after this, the due date is 28th March 2017. The next crop season starts from 1st June 2017.
For that, what is the crop season?
The rain season.
So second season. Okay. So for this, kindly spend just 2 minutes. You can easily understand the agricultural advances NPA classification. Can I move to the next slide? Here, the due date is, that is crop season is 18/10/2016. The due date as for the sanction letter is 31/10/2016. So the crop season comes after the due date is 22/3/17 to 18/10/2017 and 18/10/2018. So the due date, from the due date add 2 crop season. So I think you are clear with this. No, it is not blindly, you are not supposed to add 2 years. From the due date, you have to calculate. Let me go to long term. In long term, from due date, add one crop season. The one crop season which comes after the due date.
Slides are same, sir. Here slide and this slide.
No, in earlier slide, the due date tallies with the crop season. 31/3/16, 31/3/16. Next slide, the crop season, I am explaining only the concept. From the due date, you have to add two crop seasons. You can find the crop due date from the sanction letter.
The sanction, you can mention the crop season and due date also different days.
Yes,
Sir,
you can.
It could be understood as like marketing period, that gap.
Maybe.
See, don't confuse it. Due date given by the banker, don't assume this and that. You can add a lorry freight. No. Don't confuse it. Due date, as mentioned in the sanction letter. Blindly do it. Don't apply your mind. Okay, next, go to the long term. So after this, in another 10 minutes, I will end up the session because the ocean. Almost wherever possible, I given the explanation, and I'm going to end with Baba Mutra of identification of NPA. So far, no one in entire India, they have introduced this. I only introduced this Baba Mutra. Even a layman can also find NPA without having any NPA knowledge. Without understanding any principle, you can easily identify that account as NPA. Okay, here, long-term crop. Long-term crop means it exceeds 1 year. So crop season is 24/15 to 36/16. The due date is 36/16. You have to add in long-term crop only one crop season. Short-term na rendu add pannu. In long-term na one you have to add. So same concept. 36/16. The crop season comes after the due date is 24/15 to 17 to 18. So 36/16. The due date should be 36/18. If it is not paid, it is NPA on 1/7/18. Is it clear? For this, another, the due date is 15/9 to see crop season is 5/8/18 to 6/9/2019. Due date is 15/9/2019. The crop season comes after the due date. That is, add one crop season. So you have to pay on or before 6/9/21. That is, the amount due on 15/9/2019 has to be paid on or before 6/9/2021. Otherwise, that account will become NPA on 7/9/21. Sir? Near about 2 years, sir. But on raw hand, you are not supposed to do it. You cannot do it blindly, sir, because I can ask, suppose if NPA date falls on a holiday, can you add one more day? Sir, you tell me, if the due date falls on a holiday in NPA date is on a holiday, can we add one thing?
No.
As per Negotiable Instrument Act, no holiday to NPA. So the date in which it falls, it's the NPA date. Okay, and unrealized interest I have explained. And I'm going to explain two things. One is erosion in property value, then Baba Mutra. Then I'll stop the presentation.
So how to do frauds and video?
I'll tell.
Video.
So you go to my YouTube now. Even if you want, my channel name is Ravindran, Ravindran, Ravindran space V. You can subscribe to it. You can have 161 videos right now. Ravindran, Ravindran sir spelling. Ravindran space V. You can find 161 videos and it will come. And I think I've got something around 5,700 members, 5,700 subscribers. Out of that, 5,600 are chartered accountants. I don't know. No, it's only for their benefit and it is a cost free. I have not charged anything. Normally, there is a paid mode also, but I have not charged.
pay.
Huh?
Sir, my doubt is.
Channel will pay.
No, அது ஒண்ணு meager. But even so far, I have not received any amount from the channel.
Doubt is fish ponds and fish tanks.
Indirect.
Indirect.
Indirect. Indirect is equivalent to non-agricultural calculation. Only for direct agriculture, you have to do this exercise. Others related to non-agricultural advances, 90 days norms. And with reference to the erosion in property value, at the time of sanction, the property's value is say 70 lakhs. Due to some other reason, due to change in the change of importance, due to some government activities, the value of the property has reduced. And if the reduction is, the value reduction is between 50% to 10%, you can directly take the standard asset to D3. That means you have to make 100% provision. This is only in two situations you can directly take the standard asset to D3. That is, instead of downgrading, you can directly take to D3. And second situation is, suppose if the property value falls below 10%, you can directly take to loss asset. For that, I've got a very mega case. Huh?
So put the slide, sir. No, Sara has to give PPT slide.
PPT is there in your YouTube, sir. It is recorded. In Zoom, it's recorded. It is available on Zoom. You can take.
All PPTs we want.
All the.
Okay, erosion in property value. Just watch my hand. It has happened in a credit audit. I went to a credit audit. And before going to the session, before going to the case, I'll ask one question. Can we rely on the legal opinion or can we refer the legal opinion? Can we refer the valuation report or can we rely on the valuation report? Whether it can be referred or relied. You can rely. Isa said refer. Okay, for this I'll tell one case. At the end of the case, you can say whether you can rely or refer. See, one thing I want to tell to the fellow members, you should have got the habit of forming the legal opinion. How to create the tracing of the title, that you should know. So in my lifetime, I read more than 4 lakh legal opinions. More than 4 lakhs. Even, I don't know, because it's going on, still it is going on. And also not only my case, even our fellow members also, they asked me the legal clarification. Though I am a chartered accountant, they asked the legal clearance. So here, in this case, in the sanction letter, I found that the unit has got, it's a spinning mill, the unit has got 6.19 acres of land. This is clearly mentioned in the sanction letter. Valuation report says 6.19. Legal opinion 6.19. Factory license 6.19. Pollution 6.19. All government records, they say that the unit has got 6.19 acres. When I trace the title, the original property date goes to the year 1983. I gone audit for the year 2019. The purchase date is 1983. In that date, I found that Spinning Mill Limited has purchased a land from the firm of the sister concern, because the firm has purchased land in the firm's name, that is on 4 parts. When they sell the property to the limited company, they transfer only the 3 documents. All the 4 documents, if you add, you will get 6.19. But when they transfer the property to the company, it has got only 3.19 acres, for example, 3.19 acres. But this property, we can say this unit has obtained loan from 5 banks. This is the 6th bank. All the 5 banks, in all the entire sanction letter, they say that this company has got 6.19 acres. This is the 6th bank where I have gone for the credit audit. I found that the unit has got only 3.19 acres and not 3 acres. It's not 6.19 acres. Based on that 6.19 acres, that bank has sanctioned 14.40 crores loan. So for this identification of 3.19 acres, I spent 1.5 days because I have to be confident. So I searched, I read a lot of documents. Then I found that I confirmed that it is only 3.19, it is not 6.19. Then when I discussed with the branch manager, he said, sorry, sir, I don't know what happened. Then he called the advocate, then he called the valuer. So my comment applies only to this case. I am not blaming on any advocate. I am not blaming on any valuers because this has happened. This is a specific reference case. No. Only to the title deed. That is none of your business, sir. Whether you got the land. Suppose you have got property of 2,500, but when you go to the document, you find only 1,000 square feet. So here I found only 3.19. Then I said that, sir, there is a shortfall of extent. Then he called the advocate, then he called the valuer, and both of them have come to the bank, and they, on seeing this comment, that advocate asked the manager whether Ravindran has come for the audit. The advocate has asked the manager whether this finding is done by Ravindran, because you knew that this type of comments I only make in my area. Even when I look into it, the property name transfer is also in the name of the firm. It is not in the name of the company. Property patta is also, the revenue records are also in the name of the firm and not in the company. So I request the manager, sir, can you, then both of them, both the advocate and valuers, they accepted. Yes, sir, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. So bankers, they relied on the legal opinion. They relied on the valuers report. They have sanctioned 14.0 crores. I proved that there was no land to the tune of 3 crores, 3 acres. Then after that, I asked the manager, sir, kindly do the survey. Then if they did the survey, in that, say, let us take, it's a very big land, it is 6.19 acre. That 3.19 acres is situated in the middle of 6.19. That means it is called as landlocked property. When if it is a landlocked property, because there is no passage to 3.19 acres, the value of the property has to be treated as 0. Huh? It's a landlocked property. See, this is 6.19 acres. 3.19, there is no passage. It is situated in the middle. It is called as landlocked property. For landlocked property, the value is to be treated as 0. So, erosion in property value. The loan amount is 14.40 crores. Straight away, I have classified as loss asset. Okay.
How the personal legal opinion and
I'll give the advocate's name. I'll give the valuer's name. You ask them. Even they went to the extent saying that, can a chartered accountant comment against the other professionals?
No, that mortgage also done.
Yes, sir. Everything, MODT is there. See, anywhere, everything is there.
Even in the legal opinion, they mentioned the original documents name and all, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, this is what I raised a question. Erosion in property value. I have given an example. This video is available in my YouTube. This video is also available in my YouTube. I am not the canvassing for my YouTube. Don't take otherwise. Just all this are available. Then I'll go to the final method, Baba technique. And after that, I'll tell one example of how to do fraud. So just watch my fingers. Actually, this I have taken only from this symbol, Rajinikanth. You have to ask for the loan trial balance. You take note of it. Whenever you are going for audit, you have to ask for the loan trial balance. This loan trial balance reflects the transaction from the day on which the branch has opened. Now, all the loan sanctioned, you will get all details. When they give the trial balance, you make a request, sir, kindly ignore the jewel loan details. You don't worry about the jewel loan. Then even if they remove the jewel loan details, it runs into some 450 pages or 500 pages. Then this is just I'm telling the technique. You have to ask for the loan trial balance. This is date of sanction. This is date of sanction. This is due date of sanction. You put your finger there. Just pull it. If the date of sanction is, due date is there, and you have to see whether any outstanding is there or not. If outstanding is there, is not there, then means loan is closed. Okay. Then pull it. Then due date is there. Then there is an outstanding. Then see whether the branch has classified that outstanding as NPA or not. If they classified, remove it. Don't worry at all. If they are not classified, that account has to be treated as NPA. This is a raw method. This is not a foolproof method. Even a layman can easily understand this. So, date of sanction, due date of the sanction. Go to the right hand. Amount, loan amount sanctioned, outstanding amount. Put the figure here. Loan amount sanctioned, 10 lakhs. Outstanding is 12 lakhs. NPA. Whether the branch is classified as NPA or not, you can easily understand. So just pull it. Then if the loan amount sanctioned outstanding exceeds the loan amount sanctioned, all the accounts you have to treat it as NPA. See, in one of the branches where I gone for audit, for the 1999 years, 1999 loan sanctioned. For the year 2019, they are saying that still that account as standard. So you have to be very, very careful. This is a Baba technique. Left hand, date of sanction and due date of sanction. Loan amount sanction, outstanding amount. Just simultaneously you pull it. So suppose if you do this exercise for some 5 to 10 minutes, you will be a master. Simultaneously, you will say due date, outstanding. Due date, outstanding. Due date is there, no outstanding, you can easily pull your hand. So this technique is called as Baba Mutra technique. It's a layman language. It's a layman method. It is not a foolproof method. It is not issued by, it is not authorized by RBI and anything. It is a practical thing which I have found out in my audit career. And here I am ending the NPA presentation. Here I am going to teach you how to do fraud. That's let us take one survey number as 57. Survey number 57 is there. The father has borrowed a loan from a bank by mortgaging the survey number 57. Then after 2 months, the father has bifurcated this survey number of 57 into 4 parts. And he has gifted these 4 parts to his 4 sons. This survey number is called as 57/1, 2, 3, 4. So 57 is already mortgaged and gift settlement is there. In gift settlement, there is one word, one sentence that is coming. Since I am having some other property, I have not handed over the original document to you. I have handed over only the Xerox copy of the document. If you happen to see any loan based on the gift settlement, this is an advice to you. If you happen to see any loan sanctioned on the gift settlement, you have to go and trace the parent deed. Where the parent deed and whether the parent deed is, if the parent deed is there and whether the same extent is being gifted, and if whether the parent deed is not there, then you have to inquire what happened to parent deed. This has happened in my practice in a bank. I have gone for the on the audit for the survey number 57/3. So when I asked this, the person said, no, sir, the property is already with some other bank. That guy has vomited. So my father has already availed the loan from some other bank. And since the property is given to me, I have availed the loan from this bank. So the advice is you have to go and ask for the source of the parenting. So for all the loans, 57 bar 1, 2, 3, 4, all these lands, my sons, they have got the loan from 4 banks. So the source of the document is very much important. See here, I want to tell, this is one type of fraud which has found, because for want of time, just cutting it, because treasurer said the flight is 8 o'clock. So I have to check out and go. And another thing is how to read the document. That technique also you have to develop. You go to your lawyer's office, friend office, you ask the opinion given by the advocates. You just go through the legal opinion. Thereby you will gain knowledge. What is called as interstate? Interstate. Without a will for the self-acquired property. Self-acquired, the property is there. If any will is written, you have to act according to the will. If the father died without writing the will, all the legal heirs have got a equal right over the property. That type of transfer of property is called as interstate. And here I am stopping my presentation today. And if opportunity comes, definitely I'll. Sir, Nirav Modi fraud, I have found out the same type of fraud I have found out some 17, 18 years back at a small level. Sir, thing is, the mistake is with the charter accountant. Why you are not asked the question? So whatever be the outstanding, you have to ask for the source. Then thereby you can. Okay, sir, thank you very much for the patient hearing, and thanks for the opportunity. Oh, you do. Yes, sir.
Yes.